All right. So Velasco, I'm here with the one and only,
Yo,
and he's rolling up. What is that? Is that a backwood?
this is called a grabba leaf.
A grab a leaf. There
Yes,
you have it.
I need my
So
sponsorship, grabba.
so recently, Velasco, I know you talked about it on Twitter. You talked about it all over the place. You recently quit your job.
Oh shit, I did, dude. I forgot to even tell you that I did quit my job.
Yeah. No, no, you did. You did.
Well,
I mean,
I said it publicly, but I didn't tell you personally.
yeah. No, well, I wouldn't say it otherwise because that's. But yeah, man. I mean, you quit your job, and it was like you felt like you got some freedom out of that.
Oh yeah, I feel like a brand new man, bro. Amazon was
Yeah.
fucking slaving me.
I've heard a lot of terrible things about working for Amazon, especially now with the pandemic and everything that's going on, man. There's people that I think have sued Amazon. It's all over the place right now. Um,
Honestly,
and
not to cut you off, I don't think it's. I mean, Amazon pays you pretty good, man. So like, it's there's cons and pros to it. You know what I mean? It's a job at the end of the day. So like, it's kind of like selfish to complain about like having a job because it's a fucking job. Like, what can you expect much out of it? But they pay you good. They have good benefits. Maybe the pandemic shit and how they deal with the pandemic might not be the greatest. But other than that, I mean, it's a job, bro, and it pays you well. It was paying my bills. Like, I just found something else to pay my bills, so I'm not there anymore, and I have more time on my hands, so it's way fucking better. I was there depressed, fucking moving boxes around for 8 hours a day. Like, that shit was killing me mentally.
yeah, it kills a lot of people, man. It gets to a lot of people too. There's a lot of people that are thinking about quitting their jobs, and a lot of people that can't really afford to quit their jobs right now. Not everybody's like in that position. And Amazon does pay good. I mean, $15 an hour. Although people complain, and I don't see much sense behind it. I know some people like in New York, $15 is not the same thing that $15 is here in Miami,
True.
but at the same time, man, $15 is way higher than the federal minimum wage. So
Dude,
yeah,
way
man,
fucking higher. I'm talking
yeah,
like, yo, $15 an hour is not fucking bad at all. So I don't give Amazon the cold shoulder, but it's okay. Like I'd recommend it to anybody who really needs a job. Like, yo, go out there. Like, yeah, you might be pushing boxes for 8 hours, but yo, it pays a lot more than a lot of other companies. So and good benefits. So
yeah.
it is what it is.
Definitely good benefits, man. There's been a lot of people that are trying to buy those consoles that just came out through Amazon. Good luck with that, or through anywhere else.
Man, fuck all that. I wanted to get one, but yeah, it's out of control, man.
Yeah,
That
that's
shit was
a
whack.
little bit difficult. There's been a lot of games that have been coming out, man. A lot of people have been playing video games with the lockdowns and all that social distancing stuff going on. There's been a lot of people gaming, man.
Have you played video games?
Dude, I got my Xbox right next to me. It's
But have you
right
been playing
here.
recently or not?
Yeah, yeah,
What do you play?
yeah. Man, I think probably the best game that I played like in recent history has to be The Witcher 3.
Damn,
That,
I've never played it, but I've heard good
man,
things about it.
if you have like a good month of your life that you're willing to give up, you should give it a try. Cause that's the type of game it is. Not necessarily like some people can just put it away, but man, that game is so like I didn't want to stop playing it. You know that and this one game called Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. That one is on Game Pass, man. It's really good. It's this one chick, and you start throughout the game, you have no idea if the character is hallucinating or if this is like legit what's happening, right? Like you go, you're there, you're like in a little boat
Uh huh.
canoeing or whatever, and you start hearing these voices and you start seeing things and you start bro, it's a mind fuck. Like a
What's
hundred.
the
I don't
name
want
of
to give
it?
any. It's called Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. It lasts about 6 hours. I recommend you play it like in the middle of the night, right? Just
Yeah,
lights
yeah.
off the place. It's a trip, man. It really
I,
is.
I'm gonna check that out.
So talking about this music, I realized that because we were talking about music a little bit before We always end up talking about music eventually. DJ Vlad was trending the other day on Twitter, right?
Who?
DJ Vlad.
Oh, DJ Vlad. Yes, yes.
Yeah, he was trending on Twitter the other day because apparently, well, I don't think he's doing anything new. I think he's just don't get me wrong, I don't approve of what he's doing, but
I already know what you're about to say. Yeah.
rappers do have a tendency to snitch on themselves, right? This is I mean, even in the Boondocks, they made fun of that.
Yes, bro. These are my thoughts on that. I already know what DJ Vlad's about. It's like Vlad is not putting a gun to people's heads, telling them they're like, yo, tell me all your information. But at the same time, he kind of persuades them in a clever way to kind of make them tell them themselves. Like it's a tricky situation, bro. It's like fuck. Like he's really good at his job, and rappers just end up telling on themselves. So it's like it's fucking perfect match, I guess, on that.
I mean, there's two issues here, right? One is like the rapper has their own responsibility, right? If you go in a live interview, right, that's gonna, well, not necessarily live, but an interview that's gonna be distributed everywhere, everyone's gonna see that,
right?
And you basically
say
confess to a crime. Yeah, that's not a good one, man. That's not a smart way to go out, you know. I know pimping ain't easy, but I don't really consider that pimping because, I mean, I just don't think there's anything to be proud of when you snitch. It's a bad look, man. It makes you look funny, right? Like when you act hard in a music video, that's one thing, and it gives like a certain view of who you are. But when you end up snitching on yourself, it does not make you look good. You know,
I don't get it though, because a lot of the rappers, I mean, a lot of people and rappers are blaming Vlad on it. That's why I'm like,
well, I mean, that's his thing though. That's the issue is like if you're gonna base your living off trying to get people, like trick people, or even not even trick people, just ask people questions,
right,
that lead to them snitching on themselves. That's a pretty fucked up way to make a living, if you ask me, right? That's fucked up. But on the other hand, the rapper still has their own responsibility, so both of them fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's tough. Like, it's really tough. Like, I don't know.
There is no one way to think about this. I mean, everybody has their own.
It's not black and white. You feel me?
No, it's blame on both sides, man. Blame because you're not being responsible for yourself. You're snitching on yourself. Like that's man, I don't even know how to put that. That's ridiculous. There was this one rapper who actually came up on Fox News. This guy Tucker Carlson. He did an interview.
Okay.
Well, not an interview, but he did this report because there was this rapper. I forgot what state it was in. I think it was in some part of California where they were giving out money if you gave these forms, but people figured out how to game the system and they sign a bunch of those forms and they get cash. So he was
talking about the pandemic loans?
Yes. And basically he figured out how to, create a fraud, but he snitched on himself in a song, right? He was talking about how you got to sell drugs. I just, sign the paper and get the check.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I've heard it.
Right. That's amazing.
That's the world we live in, bro.
I mean, I feel like we've lived in that for a long time, man. Like you did watch that episode of the Boondocks. For a lot of people who don't know, it's just a Boondocks is like this animated TV show.
Yeah.
The topic of rap and black culture, generally speaking, just pops up throughout. Because the guy who made it, he majored in African American studies.
Right? Who made the Boondocks? That's actually a good question.
Yeah, it was this guy who created. Well, just to finish saying what the Boondocks actually is, it's an animated TV show that they had on Adult Swim. It was hilarious. And
dude, if you don't know what the Boondocks is, come on, like seriously.
Oh, there's a lot of people that don't know. It's different cultures. But
I know.
But generally speaking, the guy that made it, his name is Aaron McGruder, right? And he was. I mean, if you watch him in an interview, it'll be pretty inconsequential, right? He's not like a comedian.
He's a white guy?
No, he's a black dude.
Oh, okay.
No, that'd be very surprising, bro. That'd be funny.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
So that if he was a white guy, that'd be fucking hilarious.
That would have blew my fucking mind, bro. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even there was a skit there where there was this rapper. He was on MTV Raps or one of those old shows they had on MTV, or maybe they still have it. But the guy was doing a freestyle. He snitched on himself in the middle of the freestyle, And then the police show up and they just handcuff him in the middle of the show, and
Yeah.
they leave with him, and that was amazing.
Bro,
So
there's
that
so many
happened.
things in TV that pops up in life eventually, like the fucking Simpsons. That shit's scary. The Simpsons is
Yeah,
scary for sure.
yeah. And to be honest with you, man, the issue that's happened is people are just acting crazier this year than usual, right? Like people expect anything can go down this year. There's a lot of people that are just like, fuck it, bring on the alien, bring on the what is it called, the interdimensional demons or whatever the fuck.
We were about to
Talk
raid
about
Area 51.
Area 50. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? And part of that maybe has to. Well, there's a lot of things that have to do with it, but part of it has to do with like what's ended up being the lockdowns, right?
For
Because
sure.
some places have had some serious lockdowns, especially New York. Had some serious lockdowns, and California still has a curfew that they've started to enforce now, right? If you see, like, I don't know, maybe it was like I don't know if it was in April or June or July. I think it was one of those 3 months where the George Floyd thing happened, and people just went to the streets, right?
Hell yeah.
Now people were pissed off, and this has been an issue that people have been talking about for a really long time. This isn't anything new.
Right.
The death of George Floyd is just something that made it skyrocket, especially in the middle of a pandemic.
For real,
And
dude.
and it went down, and the protests are still going on. It's not necessarily the same sort of protest. Now it's more, in some ways, it's more political than anything else. I mean, if you look, I think about 2 days ago in Washington D.C.,
Proud Boys.
Proud Boys pulled up and they confronted apparently the Antifa people, right?
Yeah.
And 4 people got stabbed. I don't know whose side got stabbed, but this is something that's been going on now. So it's like, it's almost like there's some people that want it to be normalized, right? There's some people that want this to appear like, oh, this is normal now, right? This is how the world works at this point, right?
I mean, it's kind of normal now, don't you think?
Well, it appears normal on TV, right? Because anything that you put on TV, right? This day and age, you can post a video on Twitter and be like, oh, there's 5 of us protesting, right? And within a couple of minutes, there'll be like 40 people that join you.
Right. The Twitter
And
club. That's how Twitter
exactly,
is, bro.
exactly. I mean, revolutions have been incited on Twitter. In Egypt, it happened. A bunch of places, it's happened in the past.
For sure.
The Black Lives Matter hashtag started on Twitter and actually became what it is now, even though the organization started a while before that. But this has been a weird fucking year, man. And there's so many, because every time that people are in a rough situation, conspiracy theories pop out.
Always.
Right? That's something that happens when shit goes wrong, because people are like, what's going on here?
What's
Like,
really going on?
Yeah, what's the actual cause behind this? Because I'm getting this narrative from the news, and they're spinning their wheels. They're saying it's this on one channel. They're saying it's that on the other channel. People really have no idea what's going on. And one of the main conspiracy theories in the era of COVID has to do with the idea that COVID was made in a lab, right? That it was made on purpose, and it was distributed, right? Maybe through the money, right? Because if you put it in a bunch of dollar bills and you transport those dollar bills all over the place, people touch it, they get infected, whatever. I don't know however the conspiracy theory is supposed to go, but apparently some people think it's a bioweapon, right? For controlling people.
Right.
For chipping, for what they say, chipping you, right? Some people think it's the mark of the beast if you're into that biblical stuff, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So that's something that's going on.
I mean, they also say that Black Lives Matter is funded by what's that dude's name?
By George Bezos?
Fuck, what is his name?
I mean, by George Soros?
George Soros. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, it might be true. I have no idea, bro. The issue is, like, people say shit in the internet and it gets repeated again and again. The more they repeat it, the more people believe it, especially if it's something that they want it to be true, because it'll make them, like,
feel better about themselves or whatever.
Yeah, or stand out in their argument, because if they're debating, my side is right, then if anything that supports my side, then
we're going with that.
For it.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, it's human nature. It's tribalism, man. That's how it's always worked. It's just now it's it's amplified through technology. That's really what it is. I mean, the people have been talking about this stuff for a long time, like the whole conspiracy theory stuff, especially with Bill Gates. Alex Jones has been bitching and moaning about Bill Gates since shit as long as I've known that he's actually been making films and having a podcast.
Dude, Alex Jones be speaking the truth sometimes, man.
Sometimes he does say some things that are relevant, some things that are
Like
true.
that movie you showed me of his, that shit was super like tripped me out, bro. Like
I
I was
gotta be
like,
honest.
wow.
I have to be honest with you. There's a lot of people that just don't want to admit some of the shit that's going on. There are some groups that we know exist, and they're basically like unions, right? Like how unions, like the trucking unions, they would get together. They're like, we want better salaries.
Unions for the whole fucking world and shit, right?
These people are trying to create unions for themselves, for like their group of people, right? Like the richest people or the people who have the
Right.
most power, the most wealth, and they get together. And oftentimes they don't really allow anyone to see what's going on. Like the Bilderberg meetings, they have all these public events, but they have their private meeting that no one is allowed to record.
Right.
And,
That's when
and
Alex Jones was recording it and they weren't fucking with him doing that. Yeah, I seen
right,
all that.
right. And there is, and obviously we don't know what goes on in the meeting. So if we speculate on what goes on in it, then that would just be, theorizing. That would be a
Right.
conspiracy theory. We can't really say, oh, this is what they're talking about. But the idea that a bunch of politicians and billionaires are going to get together and none of that is politics and it's not really stuff that affects us, right?
Yeah, and isn't it illegal for all these type of people to meet up without like
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that to a certain degree it is, but I'm pretty sure that they also have a listen, these people
they got money, bro. They can do whatever the fuck they want. I know that.
well, they have money, and it's possible that there may be loopholes in these laws, right? It may be
Right.
more complicated than that. And I'm not a lawyer, so I don't even want to speculate on that. But it's so creepy the way these people are, man. I mean, you see on Twitter sometimes like people are trending something called the new normal, right? Since
I haven't heard
COVID-19.
about that.
Well, there's this. I told you about the conspiracy theory right now, right? So we basically covered the conspiracy theory about the new normal, the new world order, all that good stuff, right?
Right,
And,
right.
well, there's this group called the World Economic Forum, and the World Economic Forum is run by a guy called and created by a guy called Klaus Schmidt, or Klaus Schwab, I believe. Yeah, Klaus Schwab, and
Okay.
so people are talking about the new normal, that the COVID was used as an excuse. And of course, there is some creepy shit, but you can always make things look worse than they are. So I don't want to speculate too much, but there is this old video, I think it was early in 2009, where they had a bunch of people like journalists and just, fucking politicians, and they were put together and they were basically running a simulation, right? Like a pretend,
Okay.
like acting. And the acting was based on a pandemic. So say that there's a pandemic, right? Which there is now, but there wasn't then. And you start talking about all these possibilities that could go down. So you start saying, well, this is going to be the new normal. This is how things are now, and we need to prepare. So it's like practicing is what it looks like. It looks like they're practicing. And if you're a conspiracy theorist, it looks like they're practicing for something that they know is about to happen, as opposed to something that they practiced. Like they might practice a bunch of other things, and then it just coincidentally ended up happening. Looks like an odd coincidence, but I can't. I mean, who knows, right? I can't really say too much about that. It's
Dude,
hard, man.
let me ask you something. As for this whole COVID thing, do you think? Well, just as, I don't. When it comes to COVID and things that lead to like conspiracy theories and shit like that, I don't even like having a thought in it because I don't want to like upset anybody or make people feel a certain way. But whatever, my boy, he doesn't believe in any of this COVID stuff, right? And he tells me that like obviously he believes that there's a disease going on, like COVID is real, right? But he believes that like obviously it was like what you were saying, that people are actually planning shit out or they doing this and that. That is kind of planned and it was built like in a fucking lab or whatever. And I don't know, dude. It's fucking. And he also says that the COVID rates, like of people dying, are exaggerated. etc., etc. Just shit like that. And I don't even know how to feel about stuff like that, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to agree or like disagree with any of that shit because I mean the truth is like first of all I'm not a biologist. How the fuck would I know if COVID grew in a lab or if it grew anywhere else? Second of all, if the death rates are exaggerated, I mean how many statistics courses has that guy taken? Right? Does he really understand how to look at the science, how to look at the statistics behind what's going on there? And
That's why I just listen when people tell me
that's
that. I just like to hear their thoughts on it. Like I don't ever have an input because it's kind of fucked up because people are actually dying.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, damn, I don't want to be insensitive, but at the same time, you gotta give like I commend like people that actually try to do work on conspiracy theories because not everything is the way it actually seems. So
Yeah, and there's a lot of weird planning that's been going on. I mean, the guy I told you about from the World Economic Forum, he of course nobody goes up to you, right? And they're like, "We're gonna put a chip in you, and we're gonna
right,
spy on you
obviously.
24/7." Like, who the fuck? No one's gonna do it that way. I want to be your dictator. That's what it would take for some people
In
to be
other
convinced.
words, right. In other words, yeah.
So what ends up happening is a guy like Klaus Schwab, he writes a book called COVID-19: The New Normal. He writes another book
Is this
called
recent?
it's from this year. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So he wrote that book this year, and of course he has a really famous book for people that are into that. That's called The Fourth Industrial Revolution. And in it, he lists these things as sort of possibilities, not as things that he's going to do or that his group is going to do, right? He
Yeah.
listed as this is what could happen, this is what might be good, this is what might be bad. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I'm just saying, right?
Right.
It's that sort of vibe. And he in it he talks about shit that people have just been talking about for a really long time, man. Smart cities, right? Smart
Uh-huh.
cities is one of the examples of the most, in my opinion, the most disgusting shit you can do to people.
What's
I
it
mean, it
called?
looks
Smart cities?
smart cities, right? So
Okay. What is
imagine
that?
imagine your phone was your entire fucking city, right? Like imagine everywhere you went, there was a camera that could detect your movements, spy on you completely, and basically you have money,
That's
right? The money
Amazon,
that
by the way.
yes,
Bro, at my
uh,
job, they have these, and you probably seen them or like heard about them, like these cameras that detect you, and it's like, bro, they even have cameras like if you're 6 feet. I mean, like if you're like really close to somebody, it gets red. Like it's crazy shit, bro.
that sounds terrible, man. That sounds like
Yeah, like if
wow.
you're like, bro, they'd fire you if you're like let's say, like it's so fucking weird. Not to like change the whole subject, but at
No, that's
Amazon,
that's
I'd be
relevant.
working. And bro, let me tell you, it's impossible to be 6 feet from everybody at every single time. But they still want you to do it. I'm like, bro, like to put a better example, it's like, you know what a conveyor belt is, right?
Yeah.
Like pushing all the boxes and shit so people could get them and
Hmm.
shit. Whatever.
Hmm.
People are putting boxes on the conveyor belt, and we have to deal with the boxes. Like it could be as crazy as like as it could be, but they want us to be 6 feet. But in order for that to like work and everybody to be on their job, we kind of have to be pretty close to each other. It's just like a lot of like, I don't get it, dog. They only want you to be 6 feet when they want it to be. It's weird, dude. Like that's why Amazon's
Yeah.
not so. They don't even have a union at Amazon, bro. Bro, if you say the
No,
word
they don't want it.
union,
They don't want it. No, you're out.
bro, you say the word union in Amazon, you are fired, bro. Like, no joke,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. You made a friend with Jeff Bezos today, bro. Guarantee it. Yeah, man. That doesn't sound good at all. I mean, on the other hand, I understand why they're doing that because obviously they want to watch their asses, right? And
Of
if
course,
they're
bro.
if they're telling people, oh, we got all these sensors and everyone's 6 feet apart, and we guarantee it because we got the AI or whatever, then that makes them look better, right? And it makes them maybe less liable to a lawsuit. I wouldn't know. I'm not sure, but maybe it does. Maybe it helps them with that, and also it might, help with their stock somewhat.
Bro, you know how many people get COVID at my warehouse? Oh my God, dude.
I would imagine a lot.
Bro, every other week. And like every time someone has a COVID-19 diagnosis, they would just text us, like, oh, look, somebody else got COVID diagnosis. Like, what the fuck? I was getting a little worried at first, dude.
It makes sense that a lot of people are going to get in a place like that, man. If there's a bunch of people working there, you think all of those people are going to just stay at home on the weekend? It's just not like it's
Get the
impossible
fuck
when you
out.
have it.
People got other jobs. Like,
Exactly, exactly. So when you have a situation like that, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work, right? This and when you were talking about all these sensors and all that stuff, that's really similar to what a smart city is, you know? Because what a smart city is, just imagine all those sensors everywhere you go inside of your house, you know, and you, for example, you have this chip installed inside of you. That's also mentioned in the book. I'm not making this up, right? It's in the book. I mean, you can read it. It's called The Fourth Industrial Revolution. It was made by Klaus Schwab, who is the creator and founder, right? The guy who's still running the World Economic Forum. And basically, he's talking about all this stuff. Now, he's mentioning it as a possibility or what might be the pros and cons, or maybe this is the only way that we can move forward without self-destructing or whatever, right?
right.
But it's been sort of, I mean, that's sort of been promoted for a while now. That's not like anything new, right? Like these groups like Trilateral Commission, all these different places have been promoting sort of that same agenda of like global interdependence, right? Like all the
Yeah.
nations being dependent on each other in a certain way. The idea of people having chips, and in that chip you have your ID, so you can't lose your ID because it's implanted inside of you. How the fuck are you gonna lose your ID?
Do you
And
think
your
that's really
money.
gonna happen soon? Like, they're gonna put chips in us, bro?
I don't know about soon, and I can't. It's not like he's saying this is what's gonna happen, right?
Right, right. He's just saying it could be possible.
Well, he's talking about it like, oh, these are possibilities and this might happen. It's like it looks like speculation, right? Like speculation based on facts and experts and this and that,
Right.
right? But at the same time, they're sort of pushing for that in other ways. Like not, I mean, they really are taking seriously the idea of smart cities, right? And at the same time, they're telling you shit like, I mean, they made this video and they try to make it look really happy. I posted it like 3 times. I must have posted it on Twitter, and the video starts with this guy really smiling at a camera. He's like really happy, and there's these subtitles with this really happy music, and it says, "You'll own nothing and you'll be happy," right? And that is,
Oh, I think I've seen that before in your. Yeah, yeah. I've seen you post that.
you
Yeah,
must
yeah.
have, because I stay talking shit about that, but it's oh my god, bro, it's amazing. Like just to see
Dude,
people saying that.
fucking, we got thoughts on the vaccine coming up. Are you taking it?
Not yet. Shit. No,
You're
I'm
not
not gonna
taking
be
it
one.
yet?
No, no. Well,
People
first
aren't
of all,
taking it already, though.
First of all, if I wanted to, I'm not sure that. I mean, I think the Jackson Hospital here in Miami recently got 20,000 doses of
Oh, yeah?
that vaccine. Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
20,000. How many people live here, man? Like 3 million people live in Dade County, or like 1.5. I forgot, but it's well over a million, right?
Are you
Um,
ever going to take one?
well, over time, if I see how safe it is, but like this is a rushed vaccine, which makes sense considering like the circumstances, right? Like people are
Oh,
dying, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
better to get
People definitely
better.
need it.
Right, so it's better to give them an emergency option, right? Like if you're especially vulnerable or something like that, than to not have anything at all. Especially if like the early trials have shown that it's looking good. I saw like a chart comparing placebo, which basically, you get an injection, but it's not like the active thing. It's not like the actual vaccine. And then you compare that to people who actually got the vaccine, right?
Yeah.
And the people who actually got the vaccine, like it's like a deadline, like that. But the other people, the ones that got the placebo, you see like a spike, right? Like they're getting a normal amount of cases like everyone else that doesn't have the vaccine.
I've also seen like I don't know if it's just memes or like actual facts of people that have taken the vaccine and they get like some type of like I don't know, I forgot what it was called. It was probably like some shit where their mouth is like all like I don't know, dude. I forgot what the maybe it's like some type of syndrome or something, but yeah, that certain people that took the vaccine got some shit from it. I was like, what the hell? I don't know, man.
Well, I haven't heard about that, but I did see an interview. This was before. I don't know which vaccine, because this was right now. There's like 3, 4. There's a good amount of vaccines that are getting approved and being used already,
Yeah.
right? And depending on which country you're in and all that good stuff. But one of those vaccines, I forgot which one it was. I think it was the one that Pfizer made, but I'm not sure. But there was this interview with Bill Gates, and they were talking to him. So these people, basically what the journalist said, I'm paraphrasing here. she was like, well, there was this thing that happened where there was these odd effects, and yeah, people, basically all the people, I don't know if they got sick or what happened, but there were these adverse effects, and he was like, well, we gave them a higher dose than usual, and the FDA, they're pretty good, they're gonna do this. So he was like trying to sugarcoat it, right? Like, don't worry, we're gonna take care of that.
Yeah.
And so that was what was going on, and that was
One of
during
the
the trial.
vaccines, by the way, is Pfizer
Yeah, it was made by Pfizer.
or Pfizer, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
And the thing I was talking about was called Bell's palsy.
Bell's palsy. Jesus, that sounds terrible. Like cerebral palsy, like that type of, like where you're. Oh my God, bro, that sounds terrible.
I mean, I just seen it like just around. Look, this is the exact picture I seen. I'm gonna show you. Let's see if you can see it from here. Look, watch. Hold up. Oh shit! It did flip.
Oh my God, if you're doing that like involuntarily, man, that is not good.
Hold up. Let me check out the blur. There we go.
I saw the images of those people, man. That does not look good.
Vaccine informed is more of an accurate name. These are 3 of the 4 volunteers who developed Bell's palsy after being vaccinated with the Pfizer COVID experimental vaccine. I don't know.
Now where is that coming from? Like what you're reading right now?
Well, I actually saw that on Instagram at first, and then now this is like from like a tweet. I don't know. It's a bunch of places. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, all right, I see that, but I'll be like, okay, that just means I should look it up and see if I can find good information on it, right?
This is from CNBC. This is
right.
recent. This is the FDA said that there were 4 reported cases of Bell's palsy among Moderna's 30,000. Oh, there were trial participants, including
so
four reported cases among 30,000 trial participants. So
4 out of 30,000, man. And that's that's the effects that we see now. I don't expect people to have like worse effects over time, right? There's also this one issue with well, not necessarily an issue, but just something to think about. The vaccines that we've made up till now have been, DNA vaccines, right? Like practically like a weakened version of the virus. They inject it into you, and then your immune system, like it figures out how to fight it off. So when you actually get the real thing, it just kills it real quick, or you get way less sick.
Right.
But this is an RNA vaccine, right?
This is some different shit.
This is an RNA vaccine, so it's a little bit different, but I don't really want to get into that too much because I don't know enough. There's too many fucking people out there that are not willing to say that, man. They're like, I want to know, so I'm gonna make it up, right?
Yeah, people just love throwing shit out, assuming.
Yeah,
like, dude, come on.
So that's something I don't want to do that, but it's a little bit it's something that we haven't done before. Now, at the same time, it's probably seen as the quickest way to make a new vaccine. I mean, this was made not in a year, bro. It hasn't even been a year since, the pandemic got serious, right? I mean, it hasn't even been named COVID-19 for a year yet.
Crazy, bro.
And already there's people getting vaccinated and shit.
That's insane, dude. 2020 might have been the craziest year of our lives.
Yeah. And I got a list here of all this shit that happened in 2020. I mean, I swear, because on Wikipedia you can actually find and people say, well, it's Wikipedia. Well, who the fuck goes to well, fuck you, man. Wikipedia has actual references, and you can check out the references and see if they're good or not, right?
I fuck with Wikipedia, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's not a source by itself. It's just a collection of sources, right? But,
right. Somebody put that there, like, and he knew it from somewhere. Like, it's not, and there's references, like you said. So,
I mean, all right. If you look at it like this, first of all, January 16th, they impeached Trump, right?
Wow.
They impeached Trump January 16th, right? UK left the European Union. They said, "Fuck you, I'm out." The World Health Organization, in February 11th, they actually named COVID-19. Like, they actually gave it the name on February 11th. So that took a while, right? That wasn't at the beginning of the year. Italy places 16 million people in quarantine. That's March 8th. March 11th, the World Health Organization declares this a pandemic, right? And here's where it gets real weird. in April 27 that the Pentagon released these 3 videos that were actually leaked by someone that used to be in charge of a division at the Pentagon. I believe that they were studying. I believe now they call it unidentified aerial phenomenon, right? That's like the new name for UFOs.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
And he pulled up on the History Channel, because that's where you go when you got some shit about aliens, right? You want to talk to the dude with the Einstein hair that's always talking shit about aliens. You know, I'll talk to that guy, right? And they actually did a documentary series where they interviewed a bunch of people. Some of them didn't show their faces, some of them did. And they were talking about their experiences with like these weird craft and shit. And eventually, like I said, on April 27, the Pentagon actually released the videos after they were already leaked. But the Pentagon basically confirmed it was real. Because if they lied at that point, if they kept pretending like nothing is going on, it'd be like, bro, this is too obvious, right?
You think that's what they had thought?
I don't know, but I think that if the videos are leaked, they're always worried about people trusting them. They want to be able to fuck people over and still have people trust them at the same time. It's like a dysfunctional relationship, right? It's like, oh, baby, I know I cheated on you, but I'll never do it again, right? It's like, I know I tapped your phones, bro, but I promise here at the NSA, we're all about your privacy, right?
Right.
And they just keep doing it, and people are like, oh, they did it last time, but they're cool. Not really. I know they're bugging me, but whatever. It is what it is. You get used to it, you know?
Did you hear about the Israeli guy saying that aliens are there? They're just mankind's not ready.
Dude, I tweeted that article out. Right, it was I didn't even read the article. I didn't even read the article. I just thought it was fucking hilarious. It's like at this point, right? It's like the end of 2020. Everyone's getting all prepped up because they know that on Christmas the aliens are supposed to show up and shit.
Yo, right? That dude was like, yo, what could be the last thing to just stir the pot on 2020? He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just.
I gotta be honest. I didn't even read the article, man. I retweeted that shit. I was just like, that shit looks catchy, man. I want to believe that shit, right? Like, I want that shit to be true. I'm not even going to read this shit. I'm just going to retweet it, make a joke about it. It is what it is. If it happens, it happens. There's a huge part of me that man, I so want that to happen, but I so don't fucking want to see that shit happen. That would be the most terrifying shit ever, right? Like, people have no idea how terrifying. Dude, if the fucking aliens pulled up, if you see a shitload of UFOs, you're like, all right, we're ready to make contact, bitch. And people are going to have no idea what sort of contact that is, man. Right? Yeah, it could be a panic. And you probably have like...
It could be either the greatest thing on earth or the worst thing ever. Like, dude, that's a big risk. Like, willing to just fucking contact. Like, just go up to them like, yo, fuck it. Let's see what's up.
Yes.
Yeah, we need one of those. Somebody's willing to do it, like, but who knows what will happen after that? Like, bro,
who knows how it would be? Who knows what would cause it though, man? Like, what if it's just you got like, you know, some low IQ aliens and they get shit faced one day? They're like, fuck it, bro, we're gonna talk to the humans now, right?
Right.
They pull up, right? They got
right. Who knows? Maybe not all aliens are fucking smart.
Who knows, man? Maybe they got like I mean, I have no idea, man. We like to imagine what it would be like, but who knows what life would really look like? I mean, the only thing we have to compare it to is life from here, and all the life from here is biologically related through DNA, right? Like, it's
we can say that aliens are real though. Like,
I'd be very surprised if they weren't, man. And
I'm like 98%, like 98% they're real, bro. Like, I mean, that 2% is like by fucking the tip, bro. Like,
well, my thing is, does the government know, right? I think that's the real question, right? Like, if they
already posted videos about UFOs and shit, so it's like,
they posted the UFO videos. Now, the guys that saw that shit, they're like, that wasn't from here, man. You know, right. It's that type of vibe. There's the real skeptics, the real dudes that are like 100%, like, I'll look ridiculous if I say I believe this shit, right? Like, the dudes that need to keep their reputation because their job depends on it, because you're a scientist or whatever the fuck it is. Actually, you know what? Not even Michio Kaku, right? The physicist, the theoretical physicist. He actually pulls up on ancient aliens every once in a while. He's like, it used to be Yeah,
Okay.
he pulls up and they interview him and he's like, it used to be. This is one of the things he said. I'm paraphrasing, but it's more or less what he said. The idea is exactly what he's getting at.
Uh-huh.
Basically, what he said is, it used to be that the responsibility to provide evidence for the existence of aliens, right, was
Right.
on us. That there was no evidence. You guys got to come up with evidence. And he says, well, now seems like there's evidence, right?
Uh-huh.
And if there's evidence, then well, you got to figure out a way to refute that because the hypothesis has support, right? It's like people trying to still say that that cigarettes don't cause cancer, right? It's like, well, no, we already went there. We already know what's up, right? You got to prove that it doesn't because we already have evidence that supports that it does,
Right.
right? So it's that type of shit. Now, I'm really curious about whether or not the government knows, and if they know, do they know like, oh yeah, there's some crazy shit going on, but we're not really sure what's going on, and it's been fucking with us for a while, but we still don't understand it.
I mean,
Could
what
that
was the guy like? The Israeli guy? What was he, or who is he? Like,
he was in charge of the I think he was in charge of the space program or some sort of nuclear program. I'm not sure. One of those. Definitely had to do with space or some shit, some trippy space shit, something like that. Good enough.
I mean,
But
okay.
yeah, he's one of the high ups for sure.
So,
And
I mean, listening to him wouldn't be so fucking bad. There's just the shit he said was just fucking comedy. Like, the way he said it and shit. But, like, maybe there's some truth to that, you know?
yeah, and then there's other people that you don't really know what the fuck to say, right? Like the
Right.
skeptic, people's automatic go to is like, unless you can provide evidence for it, I'm gonna go with the null hypothesis, which is like assume that there's nothing going on, right? Um, Assume that there's
Yeah.
nothing going on unless you have evidence, unless you can prove that there's something going on, unless you can prove that there's really aliens pulling up here in the front lawn of the White House and shit.
I
And
mean, the
so
videos, there's UFOs. What the fuck is
there's
that?
UFO videos. Yeah, that's the issue. The issue with UFO videos, number one, even if we can confirm that the video is real, then we
There's no
still
proof that it's a UFO, right?
right. So well, there's proof that it's a UFO. I mean, by definition, like a UFO is something that you haven't identified. You don't know what the
Right,
fuck it
right.
is, right?
A weird type of aircraft that hasn't been right. Okay.
So what we got to prove is that, well, what we'd have to prove in order to support the idea that it's aliens is just figure out evidence that this is being guided by aliens. If we don't have that technology, either we have that technology and we're hiding it, or we don't have that technology and it came from something else.
I mean,
If it came,
right. That would be
because
the
that's
only fucking possible thing that humans are driving that shit and whatever.
yeah, which I think is unlikely, but it's possible.
I mean, really though, like a lot of the stories were saying that the UFOs would just disappear in seconds and hover in fucking speeds that were
Right, now you have video evidence of it, and the issue is now there's a big trust issue because I mean it's been denied for so long. There was so many reports like, oh yeah, we studied it. There's nothing here, right? But there
right.
is
They
something
covered
here.
it up and shit.
So yeah, there's been a bunch of cover-ups, and then there's all these other documentaries and shit that some people believe, some people don't. There's like the Bob Lazar documentary, which is interesting, but I can't 100% jump to conclusions on anything. Have you seen it?
Is that about the guy that used to work somewhere and he dealt like
Yes.
his? Yeah, yeah, I think I
Area
seen it.
4. Yes.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yes. What'd you think about
And
that?
he shares his stories about like how he's seen like an alien or some weird shit like that or whatever.
Not necessarily. No, no, it wasn't that he saw an alien. He never said he saw an alien.
What did he see again? I've seen it, but I've seen it so long ago.
So what ended up happening was he worked at a place called Area S4, which is close to Area 51, right? And basically, he says that he's a physicist, that he's a physicist, and he was hired. I can actually send you a
Oh,
video.
wait. Not to cut you off. Is that the guy that worked on his car like crazy?
Yes,
That his car had like a fucking rocket in the back type shit?
yes, that's
Oh,
him.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
And did you see the documentary?
Yeah, I just don't remember like pinpoint details right now, but I
Okay,
remember
okay.
a little bit about it.
I'm gonna show you a video. I gotta show you a video later that I gotta send you because it's basically a video that he made. It's like a 40 minute video he made where he explains two things, right?
Okay.
Number one, he tries to like explain what we know and don't know about the physics, right? Like how the craft is supposed to work.
Right.
And then the other part of the video is him explaining what they told him in the documents because they wanted him to have some background for this, right? So they told him about the history of it. He says that they found these things in they found them buried basically in a site, right? Like in
aliens.
The ships.
Okay, the ships. Okay.
The UFOs, and that they're really old apparently, and that the humans and aliens have been interacting for thousands of years, and that apparently the aliens
Bro, didn't presidents even fucking interact with aliens before? That was I've seen that somewhere, like in a documentary. I forgot.
Well, they say it. The issue. I mean, documentary. Like when you say documentary, you know, you get.
I know. Now everything's a documentary now. I know.
Right, like a fucking YouTube video is a documentary now, right?
Right.
This is a
documentary.
documentary.
It was a Netflix. I'm pretty sure it was Netflix or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, you see Jimmy Carter, for example. President Jimmy Carter, he was, I think it was on Larry. I was about to say Larry Bird because I'm a retard, but it's not Larry Bird. It's Larry King.
Oh, okay,
right?
Larry King. Yeah.
Anyways, he went on Larry King, I think. And what he said was, and I saw this today, so I remember somewhat, that yeah, man, he saw those lights pull up in the sky out of nowhere, and they did all kinds of weird shit, and then they just pulled out, right? And he was like, yeah, man, that's some ET type shit. And then he says, but it wasn't aliens. Like low key, like that's his disclaimer. Right? Like I don't think it was aliens though. It was just unexplainable shit happening in front of me. It wasn't aliens though.
Oh right? My
god. And then you got like Buzz Aldrin, who's also been on Ancient Aliens, who was the second man on the moon, also talking about how, yeah, man, there's some weird shit on the moon, man. Have you seen that? Have you seen that shit? There's this statue and shit. He's saying that sort of stuff in an interview on C-SPAN, the most boring fucking channel on the planet, channel that nobody fucking watches unless they're trying to like, you know, like get motivation to kill themselves or some shit, right? And he's talking about this, and nobody says shit, right? It's just like, unless you're like a hardcore conspiracy theorist. At the end of the day,
say exactly?
Yeah, he was talking about how there's these more or less structures there, and he's been on Ancient Aliens too. It wasn't just there. He's been interviewed before about this shit, and he's balls deep into that. I'm not sure.
The only thing I've seen related to Ancient Aliens is the show Action Bronson getting high watching Ancient Aliens. Have you
that
seen
is the best shit I've seen in my life. It's pure comedy gold, 100%.
That's my shit. But yeah, keep on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the man, that was a good distraction. Fuck, but I love that was really good. Yeah. But
you're talking about the guy on the moon.
Yeah, Buzz Aldrin, man. I'm not 100% sure if he's backtracked or not on that, but he was talking about that. He's been on the TV show Ancient Aliens, if I'm correct, man. They've interviewed him before. You know, he's talked about this stuff. He's been pretty open. Actually, what's interesting, I don't know if it was him or if it was it was another astronaut. There was another astronaut that just won an election, so he's a politician now.
For real?
Yeah.
Hell of a life, huh?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Astronauts, a politician, bro. Shit.
It's a lot of weird shit that's happened this year, man. Like, so I'll put this, for example, you see, I want to phrase this correctly, right? The Olympics got canceled this year, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Olympics were supposed to be in Japan. The Olympics got canceled, right? The death toll from the pandemic, like worldwide, is well over 1 million. I mean, there's been a bunch of fucking protests. The protests are still going on. They're still going on. What the fuck? There's 4 people that got stabbed for what? For nothing. Like, what the fuck? What do you get? What exactly are you hoping to solve with the Antifa protest? Because Antifa, I mean, the name is ridiculous. First of all, they say they're anti-fascist, but then they try to beat people up who don't agree with them, which is fucking, that's a fascist way of dealing with people, right?
I mean, yeah, but aren't they? I mean, aren't they against fascists though? Are they? I
I
mean,
mean,
all of them.
that's the issue, is like you can name it anything, right? Like like, all right, let me give you an example, right? Like Cuba is one of the nations in the United Nations that's in charge of the Human Rights Council, right?
Okay.
It's like, all right, so Cuba cares about human rights, apparently, right? Well, they don't. They don't.
Right. I don't
Right?
think so, but okay.
If you give something a name and it's a lie, it's still a lie, right? It
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
okay. I see what you mean,
And the Proud
but
Boys are not better. The Proud Boys are not fucking better, like, at all. They're doing the same shit. It's two people doing the same shit. They just support different people, right? They're both
and what
ridiculous.
Antifa's like? What the Democrats?
Nah, I can't say they're the Democrats, man. Some of them are like Marxist, you know. Some of them are socialist. Some of them are just, some university students that are, getting
Liberals?
sucked. Nah, man, a lot of them would reject that label. There's a lot of people that are picking extremes, like
Well,
people
it's
on
a
the right.
mix. It's a mixed bag.
Yeah, it can be all kinds of people, man. Like in the Proud Boys, it can be all kinds of people too. It doesn't necessarily just have. I mean, people are saying that the
Yeah, but
Proud Boys are.
a lot of Proud Boys are Trump supporters, though. Probably most of them.
Oh, they generally are. Yeah, they are. Uh, and
Mostly conservatives, aren't all of them?
I don't think I've never seen a liberal Proud Boy.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. That's why I
I've never.
always thought it was
I,
like Republicans mostly against like Democrat type
that's what
shit.
it seems like, but it just, to me, it's just people that are against the conservative movement in general. The people on the anti-fascist side, right? But the fact that they're against like Trump and all that stuff doesn't mean that they're like Democrats, because a lot of them don't
No,
like
of
the
course, of
Democrats
course.
either. A lot of them don't like Democrats. Like they'll tell you, like, I don't fucking like Democrats. I'm a Marxist Leninist or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, right?
What
And
the
then the
fuck is
problem,
a Marxist?
well, Marx is just someone who's supports the ideas of Karl Marx to one degree or another, right? And Karl Marx was a communist. Basically, he helped write in part he and Hegel, I believe, wrote the Communist Manifesto. And basically, they wanted to create a communist state, which basically means there's no economic classes, right? There is no rich oppressing the poor. It's basically what Cuba pretends to want to do, right?
Okay, that's pretty fucked up.
And so that's what it is. But they don't see it that way. They think it can work. They think that communism can work, and generally, the people that are talking about that, I would say that most of them actually do believe that. They're not pretending, right? They're not
That's
trying
some
to.
Fight Club shit.
It's fucking ridiculous in my opinion. But it's like, all right, if you want to get together with your homies and get brain damage, then go for it. I'm not going. I'm just not, man. I'm not gonna be a martyr for anybody else. I'm not gonna sacrifice myself for some political ideology. I just don't think people should do that. I think there's too
Dude,
many.
my thoughts on all this is fuck politics and like I don't even care about it to be honest, bro. I'm into it because like some things just catch my attention and I like reading about it,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
but I'm not really like yo Donald Trump, yo Joe Biden. Like I'm not. I don't care for either. Like
No,
I'm just
I think they're for the, well, not completely, but for the most part, they're two sides of the same shit. I think both of
bro.
them,
They're in my eyes, they're all corrupted, bro. Like what
they're
does
all
it
corrupt
matter?
as fuck. I mean, people talk about how Trump is, in bed with some fucking sick people, which is true, right? He's like, oh, clear the swamp. He is the fucking swamp. And then you look at Obama, right? He's the one that gave those fucking stimulus packages to the banks, to all those fucking banking cartels and shit. When people needed money and when they were homeless and shit, he just gave, that he printed a bunch of money, right, which takes
Right.
away from the value of the dollar, and then he gives it to all these fucking banks instead of the people that actually lost their money. So the banks gamble with your money. They say, "I don't have your money. I played with it like I was in a fucking casino." And
Right.
then
Right. Right.
and then the president's like, "Instead of helping you, I'm gonna print
I'm
money
gonna just.
and give it
I'm
to
gonna
them."
help out the banks. Yeah.
So that's pretty fucked up shit. And
Dude, what? They're all corrupted. Like they're all bad.
That's why it's ridiculous. The idea here should not be, oh, let's be left, let's be right. No, let's be in the middle because everything should be, centered, and we shouldn't go to extremes. Like, fuck all that shit. Let's try to figure out what the issues are, where they're coming from, instead of just trying to fucking pick a side or just common ground. Because if you find common ground, doesn't matter if you find common ground. If the people on top, right, if they don't give a fuck about your common ground, if you can be any party you want, right, there's a million fucking parties that nobody knows about, right, political parties. But some people, if they started giving those political parties money, they're like, oh, that political party isn't corrupt. If they started winning elections, they'd give those motherfuckers money ASAP. They'd be corrupt this quick. And if they weren't corrupt that quick, then they wouldn't get funded. They'd give millions of dollars to another guy in the same party, and he would end up winning the election instead because nobody would know about the other guy.
Right, bro. That's how it typically is.
So that's how it is. And they figured out a way to game the system. People are like, who the fuck is they, man? You sound like a conspiracy. Well, look, man, it's a lot of fucking people. Like the politics, I don't think there's any small group of people in control of everything. I don't think you need that. I don't think it needs to work that way, man. It's just people. It's just that people are stuck inside of this gigantic system. It's like a big ass machine that we've created, man. That's what the world is politically and economically. It's this gigantic ass system, and everybody in it's messed up with like millions of people involved, billions of people involved, and everybody wants what's good.
Dude, I honestly think there's no way of. I don't think there's any president that could make the world like common ground. It's impossible, bro.
They wouldn't even get there. They wouldn't even get this.
It's impossible.
Right, unless they were already corrupt. They wouldn't get it. It just wouldn't happen.
Even if they were the fucking as straight as a fucking arrow and not corrupt at all, it would be still impossible, bro. Like,
well, you either get in line or you maybe, who knows, man? Maybe you'll get the Kennedy treatment.
Too many people have different beliefs in the world, and bro, we live in USA where it's fucking based off money. Like, rich people are not fucking. They're not gonna fucking try to help people that are in need and shit. They care about themselves and shit. Like, it's just how the USA is. Maybe in other countries, fucking shit is perfect. I forgot what country. What country's really? I was fucking talking about my boy. Damn, I forgot. But there's a bunch of other countries.
There's a lot of those European countries that people think are fucking amazing, but I think it's I think they have people a little bit too controlled, right? The way that it's structured. It's like, oh, you have healthcare, you have this, you have that. You pay 70% in taxes, and the government, a small group of people, are going to decide how you live and where the money goes. Most of your money, right? We're going to make those decisions for you. And
that's why I say we're blessed, yo. We live in the USA. We live in the best country. It's like, I'm already happy. Like, I mean, I don't even think a president could change my life, but bro, very slightly. Like in small terms, like I'm, regardless of who the president is, I'm still gonna have a job where I still gotta pay bills, and regardless, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's be realistic, bro. Like, yeah, they might do a little couple things and might change our life in a slight way or maybe in a fucking tremendous way, but most of the time we're gonna be doing the same shit, bro. Just working our ass off and trying to pay bills and just live life, bro.
When I see people that dedicate way too much of their energy to figuring out, what's right politically,
it's
what's
like,
wrong.
Bro,
politically.
Relax.
It's like, bro, do you not realize that same energy could have been spent with you trying to figure out how to fucking be an entrepreneur, you trying to figure out what career you want,
right?
You trying to figure out what passion you have.
Like, go smoke a joint and relax somewhere. Just go enjoy life. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how people get into politics so fucking thoroughly, like, to the point they bleed that shit. It's like, yo, like, what the fuck? I know some people like that. I'd be like, yo, like, do you have a life other than this? Like, I don't know, man. It's cool to talk about. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's interesting as fuck.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby for me.
It's interesting as fuck, but like,
listen, man, I do it.
When you're like bleeding that shit, it's like, bro, like, chill, bro.
I don't understand. Yeah, that's when you end up, fucking getting stabbed in Washington D.C.
For sure. Like, yeah, like walling out like that. That's like, yo, like, calm down, bro.
So, all right. And just to put things in perspective, it's now 100% official. I know there's some crazy motherfuckers that are, with the QAnon conspiracy theories. Donald Trump lost the election. Okay. He lost.
Oh man.
He lost. All right. There's no. I don't give a shit if you like the guy. If you don't like the guy, it doesn't fucking matter. He's out. It's another airhead, right? We're gonna vote another smooth talker or maybe a dude with dementia. I don't know how good his mental capacities are. You know, he's looking a bit odd. But you know, Donald Trump never looked like Einstein to begin with.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
not gonna lie. I'm like, as bad as Trump was, like, I'm gonna miss all the funny shit he's done through his
Oh,
president term.
oh my
Like, bro,
God.
like, I don't think there'll be ever a president like him, bro.
No.
He's definitely gonna stand up, bro. Like,
No. That was the most hilarious slash terrifying shit. I mean, it was amazing. Like every day, you just hear this motherfucker. He's dissing like random celebrities and shit on Twitter.
just the fact that he pulled it off, like, yo, I give him props just for that, dude. I have
I
to.
would, I was like, what the fuck, bro? I was taking this intro to sociology class when he won, and I went to school the next day, and I was like, you know, next election we might as well have like President Kanye West, right? Like
Yeah, like it's almost gonna happen. Like
that's
Kanye was fucking
yes.
running.
My sociology professor responded. He's like, you know, if Kanye West ran as a Democrat, he might actually be able to pull it off if he gets enough of the black vote and this and that. I was like, this motherfucker's serious.
Yeah,
Kanye West did the exact opposite of that shit.
he was like, fuck Democrats. He was fucking with Trump.
Kanye does. I don't even think he knows his own political position. I don't want to fucking pick on the guy, you know. But the truth is, I mean, look, he does have bipolar disorder and he doesn't take his medication, and so it's obvious that if he's going through manic episodes, then it's not a good idea to have a guy like that in the fucking White House. It's like, I don't know about those weapons of mass destruction that we have there. Should we? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel some type of way. You know,
Yeah, I love Kanye, but dude, like, he's funny. He makes me laugh too.
He's on some other shit, man. He's on for the deep end. He pushed it to the limit, you know.
Yo, but he got some votes in though.
He did get some votes in, yeah.
People were actually voting for him. I was like, okay, you're actually voting
shocked.
for Kanye?
I wasn't shocked that people actually voted for him. Obviously, like, you can put anyone in there, somebody will vote for him, right?
Right.
Or even if they're not there, if you convince your best friend to like put your name there, it'll be like, yep, that's Fred. I voted for Fred, right?
Yeah, but Kanye took it serious though.
He did take it serious, yeah. I mean, listen, man.
You can't blame the guy. Like, yo, Trump was our president.
Yeah, I mean, look, and Trump is he is about as terrible a talker as any president you could imagine, right? He is just a terrible fuck. He's terrible at fucking.
He's just a New Yorker, bro. Like, he's just a regular New Yorker. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the issue, man. And I don't say that he's a terrible talker in terms of like he can't get the people riled up. Obviously, he can motivate people to fucking vote for him. He won the election, right?
Nah, sometimes I feel like I think he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean?
No, it's not that he doesn't know what he's doing. He clearly knows what he's doing. He won the election. He went against people that have like decades of experience, man. He competed against them and he won, right? That's pretty goddamn impressive for someone who doesn't really have a political career. But at the same time, because it's one thing to convince people to vote for you, it's another thing to be able to like actually talk to people without having them freak out every 2.5 seconds, right?
Yeah.
He's terrible at that. He's terrible at choosing his fucking words when he's talking to people. Because every time he says something, you got the Republicans trying to figure out an excuse for why it's not retarded, and then you got the Democrats trying to, go into panic mode and freak out about everything. And some people are saying he divided the country so much. I don't know how much of that was him. I think that already the way the media works and social media and all that shit, I think at this point it might have had a lot more to do with that shit.
Dude, a lot of black people voted for Trump.
Yeah, more than usually for a Republican.
And Hispanic people. So
Hispanic people, yeah. Especially
I don't know how divided. I don't know.
There's political division. But the issue is not that we're that divided. It's just that like most people are chilling the fuck out, minding their business, and there's some crazy fuckers going on Washington D.C. stabbing each other, and nobody hears about the regular dude who just took his dog for a walk. You just hear about the dudes that stabbed each other.
I mean, can we blame the protesters though? Imagine there were no protests at all. Like, shit would probably be fucking hell.
Well, I mean, I don't look the protest. They It depends on which one you're talking about, by the way, because it's complicated shit. When you see a protest, you see a bunch of people. All of them are there specifically with different ideas, right? Like
Let's
not.
say just people protesting without looting and fucking shit up. You know what I mean?
Well, that's. I mean, there's nothing wrong with protesting, like at all.
Right. I
I mean,
know. It's a right.
this country was created in a fucking protest, right?
Right. It's a right. Like we have the right to
It's
protest.
there's nothing fucking wrong with protesting, right? And the issue is there's too many fucking people in a protest. Like if I could just get one guy and talk to him and be like, "Why are you here? What are your plans?" He's like, "I just want some new Nikes." I'm like, "I feel you." Um, and then there's someone else. He's like, "Well, there's these complex issues that I'm really concerned about, right?" Um, okay, that makes sense, right? And I don't want anyone to loot, and I specifically asked people not to loot, and they fucking did it anyways, and that's not my fault, right?
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of shit going on. So it's impossible to just be like, oh, this is what happened. There is no one thing that happened. There's like a million fucking things happening at once. And then there's like the counter protesters and shit got so weird, man. It's I think
I mean, somebody died, yo.
well, it you mean George Floyd or you mean like the Charlottesville thing that happened where that girl got ran over by the
Well,
car?
George Floyd in particular, that's what caused
Yeah.
all the fucking riots and
The George
bullshit.
Floyd, yeah, George Floyd when he ended up dying with that police, especially since there was a video
Yeah.
of what happened and it was like long as fuck, right? People are like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Uh,
that shit was sad as fuck, dude. I couldn't believe. I don't understand why the cop wouldn't just let go. Like it was like, come on, bro. Like that just wasn't cool. That's why I don't fuck with cops like on that level and like come on, like to take it to that level to put your fucking knee on some guy's head for however long seconds it was.
yeah, I think people need to try to look at things from a perspective that isn't. I want this to be true or I want that to be true. I mean, the truth is he fucking,
He
he
killed him.
fucking went crazy on him. I don't think there was any justification. I mean, you could have just easily just, you had him in handcuffs, put him in the fucking car, and just leave him there.
Bro,
You
you could
know,
have had him on the floor with handcuffs on. You didn't even have to put your knee on
you
him.
could
You could
just
have
put him in the cop car. I mean, there was no reason to fucking exaggerate and have your knee on him. Like, why are you trying to fucking? What's the point of that, right? So it's
like you ended,
ridiculous.
dude. Like you end up killing somebody. You know what that is, yo. Like,
Yeah,
and who knows if it was on purpose or whatever. But if it
I
was
don't know.
by accident, you still fucking killed somebody. It's like, yo, like,
Somebody still ended up dead. Yeah, the issue is, I mean, the first of all, the career of a cop is it's a weird thing, especially in the United States. It's
it
especially
sucks. It sucks because
it's especially
cop,
weird. But
cops
it's a,
like that job is it's fucking crazy, bro. And I understand, like. I
mhm.
could imagine being a cop and dude, you gotta be on fucking point at all times of the day. At any time, there could be a fucking guy with a gun and you have to deal in that situation. Like it's tough. So I understand, but it's weird, bro. Like
But there's
it's
some shit you just can't excuse. Like there's also, I mean, if you have like this right of saying like, well, this job requires some shit, so you have to like give me a certain level of like good faith, which is basically saying like, well, to some degree, like it doesn't. If something happens that's terrible,
yeah.
right? It doesn't necessarily mean that I caused it or that I did my job incorrectly. But at the same time, if you do something, you have the responsibility. I mean, they gave you that badge because you were supposed to be
Right.
responsible with it. So you have to
Mentally
be
it's
responsible with it.
fucked up. Like it's a real mental job, bro. Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And the other thing is, where do you draw the lines, right? Like, where do you decide this is how we're doing it, this is how we're not? And
When
how
do you
many of these?
decide to shoot somebody? When do you like that's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
Well, the shooting thing is really weird because in the United States, the amount of guns that we have here make it really complex. Like it changes the way that the work is done here. Because if the cop, first of all, the cop has a gun, right? There's places where cops don't even have the fucking gun because people
Right.
generally don't have guns in a lot of other nations, right? But here in the United States, there's a lot of people that have guns, and so the cop has a gun, and even if the other person doesn't have a gun, at that point, since the cop has a gun, he could take my gun, right? You take the
Yeah.
cop's gun, and you could use it against him, and you can all kinds of crazy shit. And usually, cops are gonna get off in court. You know, it's usually the way that it happens. Like historically, that's just how it happens. They're able to convince the court. First of all, I mean, they do have power in that situation. They're the ones that are writing the reports. Even if there's an independent investigation, the people that are in charge of that, even if it's the FBI or whatever, they're still in the same system, man. So it's complicated. People want to pretend like it's objective. It's this, it's that. It's like, nah, man. It's complicated shit. But people want to pick their sides. Is like, are you the Black Lives Matter? Are you against Black Lives Matter? Do you hate black people or do you love black people? What the fuck is going on? I don't think it's black and white, man. I don't. Pun intended, by the way. I don't think
Black
it's black.
Lives Matter, though, of course.
Of course they matter. See, the issue is like people are. See that's when people start talking about So what is Black Lives Matter? Are we talking about an organization? Are we talking about a slogan? And
it's just literally a thing. It's like saying like, "Yo, my mom matters." Like, of course your mom matters. Like, Black Lives Matter.
Right.
That's all they're saying. Like, it's just Black Lives Matter. Like,
if you say the three words, yeah, that's true.
That's all it
then
is.
There's
That's all
organizations. Then there's organizations, right? There's organizations with the name Black Lives Matter. And they're the ones that actually popularize this, right? And they are an organization. They are organized, and the people that created it, I mean, they do have videos of them saying that they're trained Marxist. And so then there's the issue of like, how many of the people that are protesting know that this is what it's about, right? And how many of them, well, at that point, I would say that like, fuck what the actual people who created the slogan are about, right? What should we actually do? Because if police are ending up in a situation where they actually pull the trigger that often, right? It shouldn't be happening at that rate. So how can we reduce that? How can we make it so that less of that fucking happens? And how much of this is due to corruption, right? And so what are the actual issues here, right? But then you got people on the fucking right saying this doesn't exist, it's all bullshit. And then you got people on the left saying everybody hates black people. They just want to murder us for no reason. So that's where we're at, man. It's not that simple. That's part of the issue.
Yeah. The way I see it, bro, is just I hope things fucking get better. That's all I can say.
Likewise, man. All right. Before I dip, I gotta feed you the wildest shit.
Keep going, bro. Dude, we can keep going as long as you want, bro. I don't got shit.
Okay, that's good. That's fucking good. All right, so the year was 1969, right?
All right.
1969. Picture that all that hippie shit just went down. Everybody was fucking butt ass naked taking LSD in the middle of a field, right? Listening to some Woodstock, right? The fucking festivals, it was fucking Summer of Love and all that shit. And then there was this doctor. Actually, there's two doctors. There was this guy called Dr. Richard Day who gave a lecture. And there was another doctor who listened to that lecture, and his name was Dr. Lawrence Dunnigan, if you can pronounce that shit. And basically, it's the weirdest shit ever. He actually recorded. I think he wrote in a napkin because they were told not to write anything. There were no phones, so basically there was no recording devices, none of that stuff. And this is odd because usually when doctors like give lectures, you're supposed to record so you can fucking hear it again later, think about it, analyze it, shit like that.
Yeah.
No, this wasn't allowed. Now this is what he says. Remember, this is a guy who did an interview, right? Because what I'm about to tell you happened in 1969. Okay. And this guy did an interview talking about this lecture in 1989. Okay. So the lecture starts, right? And basically the guy says, there's a bunch of people here working behind the scenes. They're basically social engineers, and everything is in place, and nobody can stop us now. And if you're a doctor and you're hearing that, like, what the fuck does this have to do with my job? Like, why are you talking about this shit, right? And then it's like, the way politics and all that stuff works, there's like the goals that we say that we want, and then there's what we actually want to do, right? So there's two goals. There's what we say we want, and then there's the secret shit that we're going to do. And then eventually what we're going to end up doing is we're going to normalize euthanasia, which means that, like, if you feel like you're too old and you want to die.
I've heard about this.
You have.
It sounds so familiar now. I don't know where I've seen it, but I've heard about this. Keep going though.
Well, I want to, normalize euthanasia, and I want to we want to make, not him specifically, there's this group, right?
Okay.
He almost sounded like he was sad about it. The lecturer almost sounded like he was sad about it. He kept on repeating in the lecture, people don't ask the right questions. People don't ask the right questions. It's like, that's why we don't know, because you guys are fucking stupid, that's why. So basically it was like all these things that sounded crazy. I mean, can you imagine hearing this type of shit in 1969? First of all, we're gonna just, the family needs to be destroyed, right? The idea of like the mom, the father, the fucking kids, and all that shit, that has to go away. We need people like dependent on the government type shit. You can just mix up random ass kids with random ass adults and have them live crammed up together in these tight little cities. And then we're going to have to control information, and we're going to make medicine really, really expensive so that old people feel like they're a burden on their families. So they're going to want to euthanize themselves. They're going to want to take the murder pill, the demise pill, and they just go away, right?
The demise pill.
There's too many people. There's overpopulation. He said we have the cure for cancer, right? We have the cure for cancer, but it's locked up in the Rockefeller Center, in case we ever decide that it should be released. But can you imagine if we released that shit, how many more people there would be? I mean, it would just be too populated. We can't do that. It's irresponsible.
Are you saying
this
this?
Is the only way.
Rephrasing this?
This is what he said. I'm all the information I'm telling you is what he actually said. I may be like using different like combinations, but this is exactly what he said. Like, I wrote this shit down. Like, I'm telling you, this is ridiculous shit.
That's
right?
it. That's fucking hilarious. But I don't want to be a dick, but that's just crazy, dude.
It's insane. But I mean, well, look, and here's another.
What's
thing,
the name
right?
of this guy again?
The guy that gave the lecture, or the one that actually spoke out about it, the one that revealed it?
The one that revealed it.
His name is Dr. Lawrence Dunnigan.
Lawrence Dunnigan.
I'll give you the full interview when we're done with this. I got some links for you when we're done with this shit. It's there's a lot of shit that we're covering today here. So all right. So you got to control information, man. You got to control, because if people don't have access to something, they can't complain about it because they don't know it fucking exists, right? And you got to encourage drug use in the media, the music, right? You got to have people want to take fucking drugs. And then at the same time, you got to make really strict drug laws so that the idiots go to prison and the ones that aren't idiots don't go to prison, right? That's basically what he's saying. He's like, if you fall for this shit, you're an idiot. It can't be that you're a human and you made a mistake. It's that you're retarded. Right. Anytime something goes wrong in your life, it's not because of like, things go wrong and you're not perfect and it's because I'm better than you. That's why. Right. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's more or less the point.
I
know. Like, if you don't make it, you're not good enough. Right. That's basically what it is. And then, of course, travel restrictions. People have way too much freedom to travel. There's no reason to go that far. Why do you want to go so far? Right? We need to just make travel restrictions. If people want to go somewhere, they're going to have a really good excuse to go. If not, they can't go. All right? And they're going to have implanted IDs. He was really careful about this part because at this point, he stops and he says, listen, I know some of you are going to think, because you read the Bible, that this is the mark of the beast or whatever. But I'm telling you, we got to put these chips, right, either right here, in this little space on your hand, or right here on your forehead, in one of those two spots, both of which are mentioned in the book of Revelation in the Bible. Dude, I'm not even a fucking Christian. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't believe in any of this shit. And I'm like, what is this? He's talking about implanting these IDs, right? And everyone, your bank account is going to be in that thing, right? And basically, you have a limited amount of money, right? So forget the minimum wage. We're talking about the maximum wage, right? There's only so much money you can make, and it restarts every like 2 weeks or months or whatever, right? It's going to restart. So like, you either spend it, you use it, or lose it, right?
Wow.
And so that's pretty, because people have like a limited amount of money. And if anyone acts up or tries to escape or be a fugitive, we'll just turn off their chip. They can't buy anything, right?
Damn.
And of course, it'll be illegal to grow your own food because you'll have enough food to eat and to be fine and to enjoy food. But like, you won't have enough to have a fugitive, you know, because if you have somebody illegally in your house, that's a problem, you know. If you don't obey this, you're a criminal, right? After that,
Jesus Christ.
there's the ability to control weather. So he's basically saying, you know, we're either really close or we already figured out how to manipulate the weather. But we could just start telling people about how it's getting real hot or it's getting real cold, or, you know, you got to move out because it's going to be a bunch of drainage in this area, right? Like, we can manipulate the weather now and we can use that against people, right? And of course, we understand how people behave in large groups. So we can predict what they're going to do ahead of time, and we can just use that against them. We already know what you're going to do. So we just plan ahead, and we just use that against you because we're psychologists and psychiatrists and neuroscientists. We know it. We know this shit. You're the ones that don't understand yourselves. I got like 3 more things here, right? I already told you about the maximum salary, about digital money inside of an implanted ID. And here's the creepy part. You got the TVs that are going to watch you. You're not going to be allowed to own a home or like own property. You can like rent places and stuff like that. You can live in a place, but you can't own it. It's not like yours. It's just like you're borrowing it, right? It's like a Netflix account.
Right.
Like, stop paying, you stop getting the movies, right? And basically the idea is that you're going to have a global government, right? There's
Okay.
no more like you can have the names of places like countries and stuff like that, but it's a global government. Like, it's all centralized. It's all under like one group of control, right?
Okay.
That's the way. It's basically the New World Order conspiracy theory, like in a nutshell, man. Like, it's really. I think I just covered a conspiracy theory 101. If it was like a college class or some shit, that's basically it.
What year did that guy say that again?
He said that in '89.
89?
Yeah.
And what did people think of him, or what did...
Well. I want to make this clear, right? He says that he heard this in the year '69. So
Okay.
the year that he heard the speech was in '69. The year that he talked about it was in '89, because I'm not sure, but I think it was at that point that the guy that gave the lecture was already dead. I don't remember if it was that year or if it was much later that he died. I'm not sure, to be 100% honest here. But I do know that when Dr. Richard Day died, the guy that gave the speech, there was actually they actually mentioned it in the New York Times.
Oh, for real?
Important people who died and shit. I had never heard of that guy, but I bet most people never heard of him either. I mean, that was
First
dude,
time?
when he died, there was like no people weren't like going on, you know, Twitter and shit. You know, it was a different time, man. Who knows about some famous doctor from back then? You know, he's not famous now.
But
Well,
he had some pretty fucked up views, though.
I don't even know if it was his, man. I think he was like, well, look, man, I'm either if you can't beat him, join him. I think that
You
was
think
it.
so?
I think that was it. Yeah, no, he did, dude. He did not seem like he at least the way that Dunnigan described it, he didn't seem like he liked this. He was basically like, people don't ask the right questions, man. What can I do, man? People aren't, you know, they can't beat the system. You can't beat them. You got to join them. It is what it is, you know.
This shit Dunnigan said was fucking wild, though, yo.
It was crazy, man. Dude, if that is not, some of that is actually interesting because some of that actually,
He was ahead of his time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For sure.
Listen, man, if this guy's lying, if he's full of shit, he is a fucking amazing science fiction writer. Right?
Real talk.
This is like way better than Back to the Future. Right? So if this, and the other thing I want to tell you, I mean, there are some similarities, right? Like, obviously I don't want to like find shit where it isn't, but there's a lot of similarities. Like, if you look at the book from the guy that I told you about, remember that guy I told you from the World Economic Forum?
Yeah.
Right. The book he wrote, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, he does talk about implanting ID chips inside of about people having ID chips, about being watched in smart cities. He does talk about the idea of like changing what it means to be human, right? About a global interdependence, right? So more of a global government type. He talks about it. He says it, right?
Yeah.
And this is all in his book. I mean, I've read I've read the shit. He says it, right? It's not like he's saying I'm gonna do this. He's like, oh, I'm just exploring this as a possibility or whatever, you know?
How old is this guy though?
Which one?
The guy that wrote the book.
The guy that wrote the book, man, he's old as fuck, dude. He looks like he's 80 or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. If I look him up right now, I'll probably be able to find it because he's mad famous, bro. He has mad clout. You feel me, dog? He's swagged out. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you just look him up. His name is Klaus Schwab.
Yo, have you ever seen the page Uberfacts?
Is that like where they post like some random ass shit? Like where there's
Yes.
like this is true. Did you know that 70% of fat people can't see their dicks or whatever, you know? Like,
Bro, one of their facts was that Snoop smokes 82 blunts a day.
I believe that's true. I believe that.
Dude, 82 blunts a day?
I have no problem with that. I'm almost like you almost don't I wouldn't even bother to fact check that shit because like even if you took a rough estimate, like if you just guessed, you'd probably be right. You know, like, if you just guessed
Bro,
82,
I don't even think it's possible to smoke 82 blunts in a day.
I think it is. I think it is. Have you seen him in interviews, bro? Bro, it's like
he's back to back. I know.
I have no idea how that's possible. Anyways, yeah, this guy's 82 years old, man.
Damn, he's old as fuck.
Yeah, he's 82 years old, you know, and he's on that, man. He's I have no idea what he thinks, what he honestly wants to do, because honestly, there's two possibilities here. One, people are exaggerating the fuck out of what these people want, right? Maybe the people on top just really think that they love everyone and they want to take care of everyone, or maybe I don't know, maybe they're psychopaths or some shit.
No,
Nobody
rich
knows.
people are rich because they're selfish.
I mean, well, I mean, the issue is like define rich. Like, there's Jeff Bezos, and then there's like a dude who owns a company and he has like 1 million or something, right?
I would say in the middle of those two.
Like 60 million or something like that, like a rapper amount of money.
I mean, yeah, or even less than that. Like way less than that. Like 10 million. That's a lot of money, bro.
I think you can be selfish with 60 grand. You know,
exactly. That's my point. Imagine a dude that has millions. Like, you think he's gonna be wanting? Like, I don't know. That's how I see it. Jeff Bezos is probably the most fucking selfish dude ever. Think about it.
That dude. I mean, just the way he's handled his money so far, that shit seems selfish as fuck, right? Like, he does not give a fuck.
Dude, he's just like, yo, it is what it is. I want money quick. Amazon is like on fucking. It's the richest shit on earth right now. Like, it's
I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares. No. I mean, he avoids taxes and shit. He's come on.
I mean, can we blame the guy though?
I can.
I mean,
I can.
How do you feel about that?
I look, if you have that amount,
isn't that like a business thing that you can do to not pay your taxes or whatever?
Yeah, you can game the system, but everybody can game the system. The issue is like people that are that wealthy are less likely to
use it,
are less likely to want to be philanthropists for good reasons. And people always point to like Bill Gates. They're like, look at how much money he gives. Like, have you ever noticed that a lot of that money is actually him investing in companies and shit and doing things that are to his benefit? I mean, I don't think people have noticed that. Like, a lot of these people that say they're philanthropists and they're trying to help people, what they're really doing is they're just, giving money to certain corporations or to certain groups that are actually good for them. Number one. Number two, a lot of them, they get tax cuts if they give out a certain amount of money as a donation.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so
I don't know. Who knows, man? Who can read somebody else's mind? What you can do is look at their behavior and see what it leads to, and how they actually behave. And you can just see what people do, right? Like if somebody punches me in the neck, I'll be like, bro, that didn't look like an accident, like.
Mark Zuckerberg is a reptile.
He's definitely not human, bro. There's no way he's human. It's just I refuse to believe it.
He just looks weird, man.
He is weird. I mean, have you seen the way he talks? It's like it looks like he moves every single muscle independently. You ever seen like those documentaries where they show like a reptile and it moves like
Yeah.
one eye here, but the other one stays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that type of shit. You
I
know?
don't know. Whoever even came up with it, that's a wild conspiracy theory. The reptile
Oh,
theory?
oh, I know where this comes from. I know the source.
Where?
Yeah, this comes from David Icke. As far as I know, that's the most famous person for that. See,
The
David,
reptile guy?
he is 100% the reptile guy. He
That's
is
insane.
he is the expert in reptileology. As long as we're talking about like alien reptiles, not like lizards and shit from
Right,
fucking.
right. So he believes that like people could morph into reptiles or like type shit.
Well, I would have to explain to you how people even figured out uh, what this guy believes. See, David Icke, first of all, he was born in the United Kingdom. He's from England, right? This is a guy who was a soccer player, but he ended up with arthritis, and so he couldn't play soccer. I think he narrated soccer for a while, and then eventually he went on this TV show, right? And this
Uh-huh.
TV show changed his life because what ended up happening was he pulled up, and the guy started interviewing him, and is like, so I've been hearing this stuff about how you think that you're the reincarnation of God or something like that, and that you want to come back here to save everyone. And the crowd was laughing, and he was like, "Oh, you can laugh all you want, but he was like supporting this, like, yeah, bitch, I believe that shit. What?" People just ridiculed him basically. He couldn't even walk outside, is what he says. Like people would just be like, "Oh, look at that guy, the Messiah," right? You walk into a bar, you couldn't, like, people would just laugh. There's no way to just get a beer in a bar. It's just impossible, right? And at that point, this guy's losing his shit. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" But eventually, what he says is that it made him stronger. But if you really want to get into what he actually thinks,
Okay.
he thinks, first of all, I don't know if it's the moon or if it's Jupiter or if it's both, but he thinks that some of those are put there. These are like not actually organic planets. These are machines built by the aliens to sort of control the perception of humans. Like we don't see reality the way that it is. That's why he says that like Bush and these people, they can shapeshift because they're actually reptiles, but they can shapeshift, right?
Hmm.
And so the only way to see who they really are is if you're seeing them from a different perspective of another dimension, because they're interdimensional aliens, right? They're not. It's not just like we all exist in the same dimension. It's like if you turn the radio and you hear a different station, right? It's like a different frequency. Well, it's like imagine that same frequency changed in your vision, like your fucking eyes were a radio and you just changed, the spectrum. Well, you end up seeing some reptiles, right? That's his whole idea. And there's a whole lot more to it because this is a guy that's written like 20 books about this stuff, right?
Okay.
He does lectures all around the world, and he talks to people about all this reptile stuff. I mean, he is bald. This is him,
A lot of
right?
people believe him, huh?
There's people that believe him. Yeah, yeah. I've seen him in packed stadiums, man.
Oh shit. What are your thoughts?
On him, I have no idea, man. I think it's possible for a guy like him to actually believe what he's saying. I do think there's people that actually do think that they're God, right? And they appear otherwise normal, other than that, right? Um, so I do think that that's possible. I
You
can't.
believe in shapeshifting?
I've never seen any evidence of shape shifting. I have not. Does that mean it's not possible? It's be hard to say that it's not possible per se. I mean, if you look at what we know about physics, right, and you see the amount of shit that the way we see the world has changed in the last couple of decades, it's incredible. If you, for example, if I just hooked you up with an iPhone, right? Well, you already have an iPhone, but if you just put that iPhone in your pocket and I just
Okay.
transported you like 500 years in the past, right? And you pulled up to, like, I don't know, the fucking uh, local dungeon or whatever the fuck it was they had back then.
Right.
And you start talking to people and you show them the phone, they'd think you're a fucking witch and they'd burn your ass alive, right?
Yeah.
You'd be like, what the fuck is this thing, bro? What is this? This is from the devil, clearly. It's the only
For sure.
explanation. Because science doesn't exist, not the way we know it, right? Doesn't. And if you try to like talk about, like, you couldn't even talk about where the sun was and where the fucking earth was, like, relative to each other.
Imagine explaining Uber Eats to fucking Shakespeare.
Oh my god. No, I think Shakespeare would fuck with it.
He'd
Shakespeare
fuck
is
with
different.
it.
He's an artist, man. He's open minded, you know. But it was like you talk to those Catholic motherfuckers, that would have been an issue. You know, that would
True,
have
true.
that definitely would have been a problem, brother. Pope would have done some serious shit to you, you know. And but nowadays everything changes so quickly, and what we figure out about the world changes so quickly. And the issue isn't just that we figure out how the world works; is that we figure out how to use it. So like you can now see shit in a movie like virtually that you could never have seen for thousands of years, right?
Right.
Like you can see like demons in video games and stuff. You couldn't even see that in like you could only dream about that stuff or like see it like in a painting or something, right?
That is insane for real when you think about it.
Yeah, but it never existed, so it's like it's not natural, right? It's not how humans typically evolve to like
Now it's in your head.
now it's constantly here. I mean, eventually, I always joke. I mean, I talk to my brother about this all the time. That eventually, you're gonna have the Amazon chip in your head, right? You have the chip, and it's like, all right, dude, look, I can hook you up, and I can make it so that you have mad energy. You don't need any coffee, but you're gonna have to watch this commercial before I can hook you up. All right, you need you need to watch this
Right.
sofa commercial. You know, rooms for us or whatever before you have access to your energy for the morning. So you got like this chip implanted in your brain. Also, a joke about like if you had a chip implanted in your brain, the first thing kids would do is figure out how to use it to get high, right? The first thing they fucking do is like, how do you pull acid? Oh, you just put this combination of ones and zeros and you got acid. You know, it's like, all right,
Imagine,
turn it
dude.
off, turn that shit off. Oh, that's what I do. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. But the world changes way too quickly, right? Like people are getting used to change, and they're getting used to like things that they thought were true being changed from one moment to the next. And that's normal now because you have so much information like fucking just draining you at the same time. You don't even know what to do with it, right?
Life was sweeter when we didn't have so much information.
Man, in a way it was, man. A lot more people are like depressed and shit. There's a lot more people like committing suicide. And, you know, there's a lot of people that
More
are
than
unhappy.
ever?
Huh?
More than ever, though? People
There's
committing
no way to
suicide?
know more than ever because there's no way like there weren't like statistical methods back then that people used to measure
True.
that. Like psychology didn't exist. You know, behaviorism, all that stuff. You didn't even have Freud, who was full of shit. You know, you didn't even have that guy. Freud was the type of, I mean, this is the type of shit that Freud said, right? Freud actually thought that women had penis envy. Penis
Women
envy
had
means
what?
penis envy. That means they don't have a cock, but subconsciously they want to have a cock. And so they fall in love with their father because subconsciously they want to steal his dick and make it their own, right? That's some shit that Freud thought, right? Um,
Wow.
a lot of other weird stuff too, man. That's just like because Freud was, I mean, his theory was psychosexual, right? So he was talking about laying pipe, and some of his friends, some of his other, you know, psychoanalytic friends, they thought this. There was one of them in particular who actually dated his patients, which is illegal now, but he dated his patients, right? And
Huh?
if they wanted to commit suicide, right? If they fell in love with him, like as long as you're a chick, dude, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's smash, right? But if you wanted to commit suicide, be like, well, you know, if you're that down for it, go ahead. You know, be like, help them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
he
that's so
really,
fucked
he
up.
really did that. No, I'm telling you, bro, the history of like psychiatry is so fucked up. It was just basically torturing people. You know, there was no science behind it. It was just fucking with people. The treatments was like, oh, look, we're gonna give you like a really hot bath, and you're trapped here in this hot bath, and this is supposed to be good for your symptoms or whatever, right?
Hot bath doesn't sound bad.
Well, it depends on how hot. That's the issue. It was pretty damn hot, right? And you were like
Fucked
locked,
up.
trapped in there. You couldn't go anywhere. Or there were these like machines where they would just spin you again and again and again, and that was supposed to. I don't know what the fuck it was supposed to do. It does nothing except make you like probably want to throw up or some shit.
Dude, do you know about like buildings that have been like burnt down by the government after like fucked up testing?
Are you talking about like September 11 or what are you talking about?
Like I've seen a movie about fucking fuck, what was it about again? Oh, like it was about this movie where these people or like teenagers or whatever, like just regular people went to this building where they were like pretty much patients on some like trial shit. And they would get tested like every week, and pretty much the testing went wrong, and something happened to the people to the point where it got so fucking crazy that the government came and just burnt the whole building down.
It just acted like it never happened, right?
Right. I'm pretty sure that's happened before, right?
Well, I can tell you a couple things I know of that were like that. There was this thing in the CIA, two things. One of them is Project MK Ultra. The other one is this man who was hired by the CIA to transport cocaine in an airplane. And eventually the CIA was like, we don't want to be associated with this anymore. And so they had to like close down get rid of all the evidence, because the other agencies were coming for them. They were like, what the fuck are you doing, right? And
right.
Even Bill Clinton gave this guy a pardon because he was transporting it from Arkansas, and Bill Clinton used to be the governor of Arkansas. And all these agencies wanted to arrest the guy, and Bill Clinton actually pardoned him. He was like,
shit.
You can't do anything, bitch. He's in Arkansas. He's in my territory. You can't do shit. Let him go. And so they had to let him go. But and anyways, they ended up getting rid of the entire place, destroying all the documents, and that's some shit the CIA does, right? And in Project MK Ultra, Project MK Ultra is seriously sick shit, right? They would give people, without them knowing, acid and all sorts of drugs and concoctions. They experimented on soldiers. They experimented on politicians. They did all sorts of shit. And that's just what we know they did, because they burned a lot of documents when they figured out that there was a actual Freedom of Information Act. They had to tell people what they did.
Yeah.
A lot of those documents were burned, right? They got well, I don't know if it was burned or shredded or whatever, but they're not here anymore. They got rid of those, right? But there was a lot of sick shit in Project MK Ultra, man. It was like torture. The purpose was supposedly to be able to control. It was mind control. It was to figure out how to control people, right? And part of the uses was to be able, like, if you're interrogating someone, like, how do you convince them to tell you the truth? Like, can you drug them so that they just comply 100%? Is there a drug that's just like truth serum? How does it work? And they claim that they got nothing out of it. It didn't work or whatever. Some people don't believe that. Obviously, conspiracy theorists will always say the opposite of whatever the people in charge say. So Project MK Ultra was a legit thing, and it involved torture of people. Actually, there's a documentary about it on Netflix on one dude who ended up actually becoming a psychologist, and his father was involved in Project MK Ultra, but he doesn't know to what degree. And they won't answer him. They won't tell him what happened to his dad, because his dad apparently had been given acid plenty of times, and eventually he jumped out of a window and died.
Oh,
right?
Shit.
Yeah, and he was being manipulated by a bunch of different people for a bunch of different reasons. I have no idea what they were doing with that guy. All right.
Oh, dude, I've seen that on Netflix. Like, I skimmed through it before.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. There's this other guy who used to be in charge of the FBI in Los Angeles, and this guy claims some serious shit. The issue is when it's somebody at that level, I don't believe in what you might call an argument of authority, right? Like somebody has a certain authority or they're in a certain position, so that must mean that what they're saying is true, right? That's not necessarily the case, right? Because like anyone can lie, right?
Right.
But this guy was saying, and he showed pictures and shit, and I can show you this. He was basically talking about how there are these groups that are sort of there's these covert, these secret people. There's about 3 million of them in the United States or something like that are actually devil worshippers, right? They're like satanic, and they have these pedophile rings or whatever, right? And basically what they do is they get a bunch of kids and they rape them and they torture them and they murder them or whatever. And he showed these pictures. Remember, keep in mind, this is somebody who was in charge of the CIA in Los Angeles, right?
Okay.
He was in charge of that entire division, right? And so that's a really weird thing to hear from somebody at that level of power, right?
What about those? Didn't the U.S. give a bunch of people like syphilis or some shit?
Probably. I mean, there's still some people out there saying that AIDS was given to people from that it was created the same way that these people are saying now that COVID was supposedly created in a lab, right? All that conspiracy stuff. And so, I mean, why not? The CIA would do all kinds of shit. I mean, I don't doubt anything from the CIA, man.
Is the CIA like top out of all the fucking?
I don't know, because everything is decentralized. Everything is on a need to know basis, right? So like you only know something if you need to know it, and like the people that work with you could actually become your enemy. It's almost like a mafia, you know. It's like you don't know who you can trust in this game, bro. So it's that type of thing, man, and it's a dangerous game to play. You know, that's why I say, man, what it seems to me to be, right? Like what I think the government and all these big ass institutions are is a big ass social machine that we created, but there's no one really 100% in charge of it, right? There's no true power behind it. It's just a machine we created,
Hmm.
and the people that are inside it, some of them are, I think, good people. Some of them are terrible people. Some of them just want to get a paycheck. Some of them fell in love with their coworker and they don't really care about their job anymore. There's all kinds of people in there, right? It's a big ass machine. And so,
That's a good way to put it.
but the issue is people want to boil it down to like it's good, it's bad, it's this. It's not that simple. It's the
True.
issue. Not that simple.
A lot of people just getting a paycheck, bro.
There's a whole lot of people just getting a paycheck. I mean, there's some
For
people
sure.
that have been in this Congress or the Senate. I don't care, Democrat, Republican, for 30 years, and God damn it, bro, I am not impressed at all. We're at a stalemate, right? Like politicians, like these parties, they're at a stalemate. They often fail to agree. This is all after he quit his job that he actually came out and said this stuff. But that's to be expected. Whatever.
Fuck politics, man.
Fuck politics, indeed. But yeah, man, the world is a weird ass place. And since we have so much access to information, we have access to a bunch of shit that's true, but a bunch of shit that's bullshit. And our job is to figure out what's true and what's bullshit. That's a hard job nowadays, you
I
know?
mean, that's impossible though, unless you have a source, that's it, or like some solid evidence.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's on a case by case basis, right? Like if you see, like for example, remember what you showed me with the people that had the symptoms of palsy after getting the
Yeah.
COVID vaccine, like
See, I
four
don't
out
know
of
if that's true.
3,000. Yeah, I don't know if it's true either. So I would have to like look into it and be like, well, can I confirm it? If I can't, then I can't really say that it's true, right?
Right. It's like I'm just reading something. I don't even I don't know if it's fucking true. That's why I don't even like the internet at this point. There's too much stuff there.
It's information overload, man. It's like an overdose on information, you know.
I thought COVID was a hoax at first. When like the first days, I was like, man, whatever. Like, I thought people were just tripping for no reason.
I mean, at first I was like, oh, it sounds pretty crazy, but I don't think it's gonna get that out of hand because it seems like they actually got some people that got it. They got them quarantined, this or that, or like we have more resources now than ever, so it's not gonna be like the pandemics in the past. It's like bullshit. We
Yeah, I
got
did not expect that.
we got more access to people flying all over the world than ever before, man. We got planes going everywhere real quick. People are traveling, man, fast, right? And that spreads it quickly. People are locked up in tiny cubicles like never before. You know, industrialization, man, it makes it easier to have people in contact with each other, you know? And that's what's happening. So a lot of people just, infect each other. And then it becomes real hard to control, because then you got all the protest. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how much how much of an impact the protests have had. For sure, they've had some. It's impossible that like nobody got an infection. And I'm not even talking about like the Black Lives Matter. I'm talking about like all the protests because the Black Lives Matter is just part of what's happened. There's been like a bunch of Trump protests,
Yeah,
anti-Trump
just
protests.
all of them in general.
It's just people just want to get the fuck out of their house. Protest, right?
At this point.
Yeah. So it's all over the place. Yeah. So that's where we are right now. So what are your thoughts on the lecture that Lawrence Dunnigan heard?
Well, for once, if it was true, that guy was ahead of his time, for sure. Obviously, I don't agree with anything he believed in. He's a fucking dick, communist guy. I don't know. He was on some shit.
Man, you know what's really interesting is there's another interview that's really similar. Like they say pretty much the same thing. And this is hilarious because the guy that actually created the interview was Alex Jones. And Alex Jones interviewed this guy called Aaron Russo. I don't know if I've sent you this, but he interviewed Aaron Russo. And
Okay.
Aaron Russo, he was a film producer at that time. He actually helped. He worked with Eddie Murphy in this movie called Trading Places.
Okay.
Uh, and he was running for a political seat. I don't know if it was governor or something like that, but he was running for a political seat. And somebody hit him up and said, "Hey, Nicholas Rockefeller wants to meet you, man. He thinks you're cool peeps. He wants to meet you." He's like, "Oh, that's a bit weird. I decided to, run for political office, and now a Rockefeller wants to meet me, right?" And so, they take some pictures. They get along, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to, join the Bilderberg group, or, he's like, "Do you want to join the Bilderberg group? Because we can get you in the Bilderberg group, man. I'm telling you." He's like,
And who is this guy again? The director?
I don't know if he was the director, but he was a movie producer. And he worked in the movie Trading Places. Aaron
And
Russo.
then he tried to become a politician, he said?
Well, he was always interested politically in one way or another. He also had other movies where he talked about how the IRS is a fraud system and this and that, right? He had all these other movies that he had done which were political, right?
Okay.
And the issue is he already had cancer when he gave this interview. He was about to die anyways. He died like a few months after that interview with Alex Jones, right?
Okay.
And in the interview, he basically repeated a bunch of the same shit. He's like, "Yeah, I talked to him, man. He basically told me, they want to lock everybody up in these smart cities. They want to give people to implant the chip, right? And they want to control the entire monetary supply. They don't want people to be able to travel, right? They just want control, man." And and Alex Jones was like, "So what do you think? You think these guys are, he used that raspy ass voice." He asked him, "So what do you think motivates these people?" He's like, I asked him, I was like, what do you want to do this to people for? Why do you want to do this?" And and Rockefeller told him, he's like, "Why do you care? They're slaves, they're serfs. It doesn't matter. Just worry about you and take care of your family. Don't worry about that." That was basically that's what he said the answer was, right?
Right.
Um
That's insane, yeah.
yeah.
Do these people ever go out or like
I'm sure they
dude,
do.
I don't know if we talked about this before in another podcast or a rapper has dated a Rothschild, right?
A Rothschild, really?
Yeah, fuck, what's his name? Jay Electronica.
Jay Electronica dated a Rothschild.
Yeah, it was a chick. I forgot her name, her first name though. Damn. But yeah, he did though. Crazy as fuck.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, the issue is I think it's a small circle. They say it's lonely at the top, right?
Yeah. Not
That's
even
why you see like all
eventually,
these
bro.
celebrities marrying other celebrities, right? It's like, who else are
Yeah,
you gonna
but
marry?
what do you think these Rockefeller people do? Like,
To be honest with you, I have no idea. The issue is people don't really know how wealthy they are. That's another thing. You go online, it's like really
you'll never know.
and the entire family has less money than Jeff Bezos. Other people tie their wealth to the Federal Reserve System and also to the French Revolution, the war in the French Revolution, because apparently one of the Rothschilds actually hooked it up in the last battle to have like some dude there, and
Yeah.
he figured out that France lost the war, but actually he pulled up and the guy actually some dude ran on horse, like he had the horse run all over to where he was, and he told him like, "Yo, check it out, we won." And so Rothschild told everybody, "Yo, guess what I heard? We just lost." Right? We took a L, right?
Right.
And at that moment all the stocks plummeted, right?
Oh yeah, I think I've heard about this. Yeah.
And then at that moment he buys, right? So you buy an entire economy that way. I don't know
And
if that's
that's
true or
it. He
not.
got fucking rich as shit.
Well, actually, one of the Rothschilds, he's old as fuck now. He looks like he's 685 or some shit. I mean, he looks incredibly. I have no idea how old he is, but I've just put like an infinity symbol or some shit, right? He's really old. And this guy pulls him up in the street, and he starts like, it's almost like harassing interview type shit. But he tries to play the nice guy. He's like, "Hello, how are you?" Like some
Damn.
overly kind British accent. And he's like,
Right.
"Hey, so why did your family, steal the entire British economy during the French Revolution? He's like, oh no, that's entirely exaggerated. Entirely exaggerated, right? That's and as basically how he responds. He's like, no, it's an exaggeration. He doesn't say it's a lie. He just says that it's overrated, right?
That's crazy, dude. I mean, they probably have kids and shit though, right?
Yeah, they have kids, man. These people reproduce a lot. They do. What's creepy is the Queen of England, man. Queen of England. She has family members that are actually they were born with serious mental problems. I think probably due to incest, because these people try to marry inside of their bloodlines, or at least they did historically.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
But they basically just leave them there, like at a home. Like they don't even give a shit. And so
are you
when they
serious?
die, I'm serious. When they die, there's no like legit funeral or anything like that. It's just like you die. The funeral, the family members don't even attend the fucking funeral.
God damn, dude.
There's not even a headline. Like, nobody gives a fuck.
Is this true though? Like, is it proven?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it on like legit ass documentaries. There's the actual funeral. They've interviewed the people at the home that worked at the home, who were the only ones that actually showed up to the fucking to the funeral, and they were the only ones that actually gave a shit about them. Like, how crazy is that shit?
I'm assuming the kids came out like with like mental issues and stuff.
Some of the family members have had mental issues. It could be due to like historical incest, but I'm not sure. I can't really. I don't know.
And you said they just leave them to die though? Like, the way you made it seem is like
they just put them in a home, like where they take care of them or whatever, and they just
that's cold as fuck, dude.
That's fucking ice cold. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's brutal, man. I could never do that to someone in my family, bro. But
Jesus.
That's how some people rock, apparently, man. That's just how some people are, And there's talking about these weird people. I actually do want to talk about something that, the Jeffrey Epstein thing is a whole lot fucking weirder than people think it is, man.
I see
way weirder. Man, are you talking about the one on Netflix?
Yeah, it was pretty like they didn't show that much info, but
that shit doesn't even scratch the fucking surface. Jeffrey Epstein died under some very, very odd fucking circumstances.
Right.
But what we should talk about a little bit more is that chick he was always with, right? Ghislaine Maxwell, the lady they arrested.
Can you see me like this good?
Yeah, I can see you fine.
All right, but just because so my phone could just stay and I don't have to hold it because it's charging.
So.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So here's the interesting thing, right?
This chick, right? Ghislaine, whatever her name is.
Yes. So Ghislaine Maxwell, or Ghislaine Maxwell, Ghislaine. That sounds. They really fucked her on that one. All right. So Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested recently. We all know that she was arrested, right? She's really good friends with the royals, by the way. All those people, apparently they get along very well. There's pictures of them. She's like sitting on the queen's throne or whatever, right? They all get along very well. And apparently Jeffrey Epstein has a whole lot of shit in his little book. Now, if you talk, there was this interview with one of the girls who Jeffrey Epstein had for a long time. Right, who hung out with Jeffrey Epstein for a long time. And in that interview, she talks about how, first of all, they sent her to one of these places where she was basically locked up. Like, she wasn't even allowed to go anywhere. She wasn't allowed to leave her room. They were like, don't leave your room, right?
Okay.
And when she was there, apparently it was one of those country clubs, but it was a Jewish country club. Apparently, they wouldn't serve her food there because she wasn't Jewish, which is odd. But they also didn't let her leave her room, right? The interesting thing is the ties to intelligence these people have. Now, here's the creepy shit. Her sister, right? She has a sister, and her sister actually created this what I would call intelligence program, right? And basically, what it does is measure where people are in the world, right? So if you travel, if you go on an airplane and you go somewhere else, right? There's like this database that knows where you are, type shit.
Okay.
Ghislaine Maxwell, her sister, created that program. Now, here's an interesting thing. Ghislaine Maxwell disappeared for a couple months when they were looking for her, right? She was a wanted person, right? And when she disappeared for those couple of months, the interesting thing is, nobody knew where she was. And what's interesting is that, the same program you would have used to figure out where she was
Didn't have the information.
is pretty much the same program that her sister designed, right?
Right.
That's odd. So that's the sort of shit that you hear about. You're like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
There was no information of her taking flights?
No, and she had a lot of access, man. She knew how to ride. She had submarines and shit, actually. There's pictures of her with that stuff. Yeah. These people were Oh, no, I'm not making that up. Like, that's legit.
She's rich as fuck, though.
Yeah, she had submarines and shit because I can't afford that shit. Fuck.
That's insane. I'll be scared as fuck to take a submarine.
I don't know if she took a submarine. I mean, for all I know, like, she just went on a plane and it wasn't recorded. There's this really incredible when they interviewed her, when they interviewed one of the victims, she kept talking about how it seems like they're really closely tied to Israeli intelligence, right? And so, like, why would you want a guy like Jeffrey Epstein to exist, right? Like, who would it be useful for? Obviously, I'm speculating. Like, I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer on this. Everything I'm saying is just speculative shit, right? I'm not fucking. This is not some scientific shit. No, I gotta tell people because people are fucking retarded. All right. Anyways, Jeffrey Epstein apparently had some very serious connections to Israeli intelligence, right?
Yeah.
To Israel. And why would Israeli intelligence want to have a guy like Jeffrey Epstein? Well, obviously, they would want to have a guy like him because if you can get videos of politicians having sex with minors, then you can use that against them, right?
Right. It's
blackmail. It's a very effective blackmail operation, right? Now, that's all speculation. It's not like I can fucking prove that, but it seems pretty... there's a whole lot of ties there that are pretty damn odd, right? There is this lady who her name is Whitney Webb, and she really goes balls deep into this stuff. She's an investigative journalist, and she's always looking at this stuff. She covered what's called cyber reason, right? And cyber reason was like this crazy ass secret software, right? It's like this program system that they have, and these people are like running doomsday situations for the elections. They were like, well, this is what it would look like if there was a disaster in the election and people lost trust in the electoral system and they thought there was massive voter fraud, right? She was talking about how they're going to say there's massive voter fraud and Pennsylvania is going to be a problem. She was saying that shit months before the fucking election, right? And she was sourcing it with programs that are tied to military and Israeli intelligence, right? And so it's really some shit here that needs to be explained, right? Either it's as corrupt as it seems or it needs an accurate explanation because no one's talking about it. And if you really don't see people talking about it that much and there's evidence for it, then either there's something to hide or there's something that's really been mishandled in the world of popular journalism because people should really be talking about this stuff.
Yeah, she's in jail right now, though, right?
You mean Ghislaine?
Yeah, Ghislaine.
She's yeah, well, yeah.
She's dropping the soap.
Nah, she's not in that type of jail. She's like she's like in rich. Did you remember how Jeffrey Epstein was in jail? That shit was hilarious, man. He could like leave. You know, he only had to be there. He didn't have to be there from 9 to 5. He had to be there from like fucking 5 to 9, right? Like he had to sleep there. He had to be there like 8 hours a day. Just sleep there. I heard he bought women to like sleep with him in the cell. He was like pimping inside of
Oh
the
shit!
penitentiary. Yeah,
I
he had the
remember
whole
the
floor to
documentary.
himself.
On probation, he'll do whatever the fuck he wants, and bro,
Oh, it was amazing.
he was too rich, bro.
Bro, his prison sentence was better than like most people's like regular shit. I mean, what did he do in that entire time when he wasn't there? He didn't have any other prisoners to deal with, by the way. He was just like the whole floor was for him.
Bro,
So he had the whole floor to himself.
you talking about where he died at?
No, no, no. That was when he was in suicide watch. He was locked up in his own space. He was locked up. That's different. That was before he got arrested again. When he died, that was the last time he got arrested. He was under different conditions.
He got arrested in Florida, right?
Well, he had already been a convicted sex offender before they arrested him in 2019, right? He died in 2019 in the cell under those mysterious ass conditions, right? But we're also talking about before that, when he was actually supposed to be serving time, right? Because he had been convicted of a crime involving minors, and so he was, doing time, but I mean, not really, right? He was.
Is that the time where he got like he was on house arrest and shit though?
No, it wasn't house arrest. It was like it was supposed to be that they had to document him being in there, right?
Is that where he
what I
made
do
the
know,
agreement with the judge?
I
That he
don't know
went
which.
to that he went to court mad unexpected and nobody knew about it?
I don't know.
You know, because that's what I seen in the documentary. That's when they fought, like when they caught him in Florida, and this motherfucker finessed it and ended up being cool as fuck with the judge, and it's sick, dude. Did you know about his lawyer? You know about his lawyer too?
Oh my God, Alan Dershowitz. Now
He's a
that
sick
guy's
fuck too, apparently, and then
bro. That guy doesn't give a fuck. I mean, he's still trying to like flex. Like he's still talking about how moral he is on Twitter, right? He'll be like, "This is so wrong that this corrupt politician did this, this, and that." Like, dude, have you looked in a fucking mirror? Like, do you know what you? How can you justify? How can you bitch and moan about anything? You have no moral compass. Your job is to defend fucking sex predators, right?
That's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, that's
Supposedly he fucked one of Jeff's chicks that he was whatever he was like with and shit at the moment.
Yeah, there's been quite a few accusations of him. He assures everyone that he was there with his wife and that they were all with their clothes on and everything was good. So that's all we need to know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's being a lawyer is kind of a sick job in a way. Like it's very like
It is.
you
There's
could be
different types of
representing someone that did it. It's like fuck,
yeah,
dude.
but I think there's like, I mean, it's like the old saying. There's levels to this shit, right? Like if you represent someone, who got a ticket, that's like on a different scale than like, he raped like 20 in one weekend.
No, yeah,
So
I'm
like
talking
I'm
about
just
like a Jeffrey Epstein case. Like that's fucking insane. Like,
yeah, man. That's I could not do it. I could not do it. What's
yo,
crazy is it's necessary. That's what's crazy.
no,
So
is
we
that
actually,
Jeffrey probably paid him so well. It was so fucking hard to say no, probably.
man, that's another thing. Where the fuck did this guy get his money? Right? He didn't earn that shit. First of all, he got a false position teaching physics, I think, at a university. He never had a physics degree. He wasn't a physicist.
He got
And then
his
he got
money
this.
from the Victoria's Secret guy.
Well, he got his money when he was working at this company. He was well. That's what they say. He got some of his money from there, right? I forgot how much it was, like 300 million or something, right? That he ended up just taking
The
that.
Victoria's Secret guy loaned him, gave him money. Surprisingly,
Yeah, but
that
this
much.
guy, he also worked at this place where they were trading stocks. They were like trading securities. And
He lied
so Jeffrey,
he lied about it
he
in the
lied.
interview and shit.
Oh, he lied about a bunch of shit to get the job. But then after he got the job, he actually ended up getting away with a lot of money. I don't know if it was 70 million or if it was 300 million. I don't remember.
I doubt
All I
that,
know is
bro.
that all I know is that when they interviewed the guy was like, "Hey, what's up with those 300 millions he just took and left off with?" He was like, "Yeah, I didn't. It's so much money. I didn't even notice." I'm like, "Bitch, you didn't notice like fucking that many. You didn't notice. First of all, if you're on top of money like that, you notice $5 fucking. All right,
For real.
never mind millions.
I don't
So
know. Maybe that's fucking weird, dude. Maybe
there's a there's a
the Victoria's Secret guy gave him a bunch of money too, though.
now this Victoria's Secret guy was actually someone who I'm not even sure if it was him, but I do remember at some point in the documentary that they talked about. I don't even remember at this point if it was the documentary, if it was the interview that Whitney Webb did with one of the victims, and she was talking about how Jeffrey Epstein, he loved to brag, and
They said that a lot
he
in the documentary too.
yeah, that he loved to brag, and that it
Charismatic
basically
guy.
very charismatic guy, easy to like, but secretly, well, not that secretly, everybody fucking, it was an open secret. It was something that
What a
everybody
kid
knew, but
fucker.
nobody did shit about. Exactly. Jesus, man, that's not an easy one to get. You don't just get over that part, right? Um,
Hell no.
but anyway, but anyways, at a certain point, and this chick started talking about some guy who had given Jeffrey Epstein an entire mansion or something. She was like, "You see this place? You see this place? I didn't pay anything for it. I didn't pay. I paid $1 for it or something like that." Is what he said. They gave me this place. It said the name of the guy. I forget the guy's name. He loves me. He'd do anything for me. And basically, I mean, as far as I can tell, the only reason somebody would do that for you is you either got some serious dirt on them, or you save their lives, or damn, they really must love you. You know.
Yeah, it was a townhouse in Upper East Side in New York.
It was expensive, man. I mean,
Dude,
New
it was
York
like 70
properties.
million.
Dude, New York property is expensive as hell already. I mean, if you're gonna buy a property in a good area, it's a really nice property. Imagine.
It was
So yeah, I don't think that guy loved Jeffrey Epstein very much. I think he probably had dirt on him, but who knows?
the guy who gave it to him was Les Wexner.
Les Wexner. Oh yes, yes, yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy. So Les Wexner. My God. And they mentioned that guy like a million times, man. Doesn't matter if it's the documentary, the interviews.
Is that Victoria's Secret guy? I'm not even sure.
I'm not sure either, man. Actually, I'd have to look that up.
Yep, that was him. Les Wexner was the dude.
Yeah, looked it up right here. You see, the first thing that pops up is a bunch of New York Times articles about him and Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, associations and shit.
Actually,
he's a sick fuck too.
Man, but this is so. It's so weird to see how many connections there are here, man. Now, obviously, there's like some stuff that can just look weird, right? Like you see that, for example, there's pictures of Jeffrey Epstein with Bill Gates. There's pictures of Jeffrey Epstein with Donald Trump, with Bill Clinton, with Hillary Clinton, with a bunch of famous scientists, right? Lawrence Krauss, the physicist, a bunch of people.
My thing is, maybe he was just rich, bro, at the end of the day, right? Rich people hang out with rich people.
That's another issue, man. Is like it's hard to know how many of these people actually knew what the hell was going on. How many of them were just random people that he met at one point or another?
I mean, I feel like Donald kind of knew.
I'd be very surprised if Donald didn't know. And I mean,
he even said that he liked girls on the younger side. That was
man.
Weird.
I mean, yeah.
That was too coincidental. It's like, what the fuck?
First of all, Donald Trump is the last fucking dude you can trust with a secret. That motherfucker will say that shit on air 3 seconds
For real.
after you tell him. So that's not exactly the guy you want to look for when you're talking about that.
That's fucking hilarious, though.
If you got dirt on Donald Trump, he might as well have dirt on you, dude. Because I mean, I promise you, he'll tell you everything, and he'll be like bragging about it and shit. He'll be like, "Yeah, I caught him, man. It turns out he's a pedophile. The only way I could find out is if I actually, had sex with one of them." He'll probably be.
I mean,
some shit
he
like
didn't
that.
even say anything bad about Ghislaine. I think a reporter had asked him something about it. He didn't say anything bad. He was like, "Oh." He said something so subtle. It wasn't even like anything like, "Oh, like, bro, she got fucking accused. She's arrested for fucking sex trafficking." And he was just
Actually,
like, "Oh, yeah."
He actually said something good. He said, "I wish her luck."
Right, there you go. That's what he said. I was like, okay.
which is an odd thing to say.
To somebody that is helping somebody have fucking
Yeah.
sex with minors? Like, that was weird. I don't know.
I mean, it's what I'm gonna say. It's not like the same thing at all, but well, pretty fucked up. It's fucked up shit either way, man. I mean, come on. But you remember the those two Russian dudes, like the marathon? There was the Boston Marathon, and they had a bomb there. They
Oh,
blew it
yeah.
up. Imagine just fucking Obama pulls up. He's like, "Well, I wish them luck in court." And
Right.
no,
That's like, it's not, it'd be like,
it's
yo,
just
dude, did he just say that? Like, what
don't
the
get me
fuck?
wrong. It's not that I think that Obama's like some morally superior dude, man. They're I think they're all
Any
morally
president to
bankrupt.
just say that would be like, yo, dude, are you high right now?
Yeah, it'd be too ridiculous, right? It's a bad idea, right? And Trump is the type of guy who doesn't really measure the pros and cons of that type of shit. Obama's the type of guy he'll say like, oh, he'll be like with a big ass pause before he speaks, like he'll think before he says something, right?
For sure. Trump
Uh,
is just quick. Like, yo,
Trump will just
first thought.
blurt that shit out.
Yeah, I honestly think he didn't think about that when he was just like responding to that. He was like, oh, whatever. Yeah, good luck to her.
That's a very odd way to phrase it, but I mean, that's the issue, man. Most people just should not be in charge of talking to the entire country, basically because of how easy it is to make people freak out. People freak out over anything, right? And I think the Trump presidency has proven that, like anything, right?
For real.
You got like a 70-something-year-old dude, and he had like 3 hours of sleep last night, and you're asking him questions about the fate of the world in the middle of a pandemic, and he's like, maybe Clorox or some shit, And
Yeah, I can't believe he said that, yo.
well, he didn't say Clorox. He said something about disinfecting, and there
He
was
said
something
like
to
bleach
that.
or some crazy shit though. I'm like,
It
yo.
wasn't. It was disinfectant, but it was actually there was some research about something related to that. But goddamn, the way he worded that shit is just fucking terrible. But
Didn't he say to drink it?
man, I don't even want to get into that shit because I don't remember exactly how he said it. And people, bro, every two
Dude, I
words that this
swear
guy
he said
says,
to drink it, bro. I'm not even
bro,
trolling.
every two words this guy says is overanalyzed to an extreme like no one ever in the history of humanity.
Nah,
Like
I know,
every
I
time
know,
this
I
guy says
know.
shit, there's like fucking Venn diagrams and there's charts and there's fucking statistics and
No other
shit.
president, right? No other president
Like
has. Have we
ridiculous.
analyzed their fucking what they say and shit? It's
He
only
makes
Trump.
it too fucking easy. He makes it too easy, bro. Like anything he says, like CNN can just fucking talk about that shit for the rest of the day. He made them so much fucking money. Can you imagine if Joe Biden, well, if he just ends up being as boring as I think he's going to be? I don't think it's going to be boring because everybody wants to see what's going to happen after Trump. Like, people are
Sleepy
like
Joe,
interested now.
man. Sleepy Joe.
Is he going to fucking fall asleep in the middle of a speech or some shit? Like, what's going to happen?
Oh my god, dude. I mean, I think it might just be boring as you say it will be. I honestly think it might be.
I think the issue is like now we're more politically connected. Like we're more used to thinking about politics than we used to be, right? Because
Yeah.
now it's drawn our attention more than ever. Because Trump loves getting ratings and shit, right?
Yeah.
And goddamn, he got ratings. I mean, those are some serious fucking ratings. You got a lot of people watching him. When you're president, I don't know how good or how bad. It depends on the situation, but definitely ratings is not the top thing when you're president.
People are only gonna watch now just to see what happens after, like the shit
Yeah,
show.
yeah. And Joe Biden, I don't even think it's gonna be that boring because I think people now they want to see what happens, right?
If
So
he
I think
doesn't deliver, people are gonna be mad.
I think a lot of people are going to be satisfied with him just being boring as fuck and not really doing much. I think a lot of people will be satisfied with that because they see Trump as fucking Satan or some shit. And so like that'll be more than enough to just say, oh, we're good again. All right. There's some people that really think Obama was a good family man, and it's like, what the fuck are you? The fuck are you thinking? It's like, no, Trump isn't either. All right, Trump isn't even a fucking family man. The man had like 28 fucking wives or some shit. I lost count.
He's had a lot, yeah.
He's had a whole. I mean, you can see his wife's tits with a quick Google search. There's nothing. There's nothing to really admire about these guys. I mean, I really don't see them as people that you want to look up to, unless you look up to like being able to gain power, right? But being able to gain power by itself, like just if you have power by itself, that's nothing, right? Like what do you do with that power? You know, like if you
What
can.
about Harris or whatever?
There's no question about it. I mean, she used to be, first of all, she was a judge. I mean, she used to put motherfuckers in prison all the time
Yeah,
for
no,
fucking petty shit,
for weed.
for the most petty shit on the planet. And now she's talking about how, oh yeah, we need to legalize, man. It's time. Back when I was doing it, it was okay, but now it's time. You
Yeah,
know.
that's pretty
So
fucked
that's
up
yeah. So it's mad hypocritical, right? And,
for sure. I mean,
she'll probably there'll probably be some poor fuck that was locked up, right, for 14 years, and now she lets them go with some new law. He's like, oh well, those 14 years, right?
you can never get them back, but hey, fuck it.
Let bygones be bygones or whatever.
Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, politics is just hypocritical in
It's
general.
too much shit for people to actually have a reasonable opinion about, man. There's too much stuff
You
going
can't
on.
define a person by like you just can't. It's too much
There's
shit
no
happens.
No, you can't define anyone, man. That's why it's like if you want to just judge someone, I mean, it makes no sense because like even the worst person you can fucking imagine, right? You know,
Right.
it's like even a guy like Hitler. There were PR campaigns and there were ways to try to make that guy look less like Satan, right?
Yeah.
There were, I mean, there's like videos of him petting his dog and shit. He's like, look, that's a good thing. He pet his dog. Petting your dog is a good thing, right? But then there's like, well, what about those millions of murders, though? You feel me? Like that's something we should talk about too, right?
Right.
So, but people want to, they want to they want to pass the judgment. They want to say like, well, this is who he is. He's good or he's bad or he's this or he's that. Some crazy fucks that are going to defend Hitler, but there's people who be talking the neo-Nazis. They're into eugenics and they want a pure race, whatever the fuck that means.
Right. All that
they
bullshit.
So they take a fucking 23andMe test, figure out they're like fucking 1/16 black or some shit, because everybody's fucking mixed in one way or another, you know. People think they're pure breeds or some shit. It's ridiculous.
That's the dumbest shit ever. Like, bro, like people just keep reproducing, and we come from something, and just it keeps going. It's infinite.
The issue is that race is like a misleading word. There's no such thing as like the black race or the white race. That shit.
It is the dumbest shit ever. It just separates people.
It's an excuse to separate people, man. If it wasn't race, if we were all like identical, if we were all just gray or purple or some shit, people would figure out like the fucking color of your eyes. Like in school, man, everybody is the same, right? And then there's that one kid that sticks out. It's like, let's beat the shit out of that one, right? That's what happens.
Damn, dude, that's some shit.
So people will find anything, man. Race is just an excuse, right? If it wasn't for race, they'd find another excuse. So,
that's crazy, dude. The first person on Earth, what was the color of their skin? Black?
Well, I don't think there was a first person on Earth, but I doubt that the first person on Earth was like white. I really doubt it because people come from Africa. Like the leading theory is that people come from Africa.
That's
So
black people.
yeah, so it would have to be a black person. And there was no it wasn't like people evolved so slowly that you wouldn't even there was no first human. It was just changes so gradual, right, that you wouldn't even notice how it's changing from one species to another because it takes like thousands and thousands of years, right?
I mean, we wouldn't know though.
You can know through DNA and fossil evidence, like to a pretty goddamn great degree. The issue is that people see that and they're like, "Nah, man, you don't know that. How can you know that, right?" But then, like you study biology and shit, and it becomes there's a lot of evidence to it. I'd say there's probably like more. There's about as much evidence for the theory of evolution as there is for the Holocaust, right?
So where did we come out of? What did we evolve from, or like what the fuck did we come from?
We come from distant ancestors. Like when people say, "Oh, I didn't evolve from a monkey," it's like no one says you evolved from a monkey. We came from distant ancestors. What a common ancestor is, it means like imagine, right? You have a gorilla, and you have a chimp, and you have a human, right? Now, if you go back far enough, they share a common ancestor, a different species. It wasn't a gorilla, it wasn't a chimp, it wasn't a human. It was a different species that kept reproducing, right? And
Okay.
eventually you get one species, right? You get another one, right? Because if you keep reproducing enough, you'll end up with different environments. There'll eventually be different mutations, and it'll eventually lead to that, right? I mean, you can
Right.
see there's so much the amount, especially when you look at DNA, you can see the amount of DNA that we share with certain species. You can see how distant it is from other species. I mean, we share DNA with fucking trees,
And
right?
bananas.
And bananas, just banana trees and shit, right? Uh,
Yeah.
so, I mean, if if you would have gone back, there's another thing they would have fucking burned your ass at the stake for. You go back in a time machine or some shit if you could, and you go over there and you tell them, hey, your cousin is a banana. Uh, I don't know how they respond to that, man. They either torture you for being insane, or they do some other shit to you. I don't know. Maybe they turn you into a fucking experiment. Back in the Inquisition days, they had some creative ass ways to mess with people.
So can we say that we came from monkeys in a way?
No, because we didn't come from monkeys. I mean, the monkeys, like if you go back to what you would call a common ancestor, it wasn't a monkey. It was a different species, right? And there's
And
been
we
a
don't know
bunch
what
of
that species was.
oh, we do, yeah, we know a bunch of other species, but it's not. There is no one specific species. In fact, there was different species of humanoids, right? Uh, there were Neanderthals and humans. There's evidence that humans reproduced with Neanderthals, right?
Right.
And so some of us have Neanderthal blood inside of us, Neanderthal DNA to some degree or another. Actually, white people
So
have more. Yeah, white
so
people have more Neanderthal
Neanderthals aren't
blood.
humans though?
Man, they're not Homo sapiens in the same way. I think. No, they aren't. They weren't like us, and actually, they actually apparently they sounded different because they looked at the structure of the way that their throat was. It was different than a human. They looked at what the voice would have sounded like, and man, I don't see how anyone would want to fuck that. It was some scary shit to look at,
They weren't as
but
smart as us either, I'm assuming.
I don't think so. No, but I mean, it's hard to know. I mean, I wasn't it's not like there was a motherfucker out there giving IQ tests and shit.
So what? There was just what Neanderthals, and then there was probably other types. Then
There was a point when there were other types, but they died out. And Homo sapien or Homo sapien is what's left right now, as
that's
far as
so
I know.
weird. I wonder what's before that. I wonder like where we actually like fucking came from.
Man, if you listen to Bob Lazar, he'll tell you we came from those fucking aliens mutating our genes and shit, bro. But
Like sometimes I'll believe that. It's like fuck. We never know.
bro, if there's the right amount of THC, you can believe anything, bro. Anything. Given that the lights are off and it's a good, like HD documentary, or at least like the narration is good, shit, you turn off the lights, I'll start thinking about lizard people and shit.
I want to watch the lizard one. Which one should I watch?
Oh man, I got you with the hookup, man. I'll hook you up with some David Icke type of shit. He does these interviews. He went on London Real, did this interview. YouTube took it out. They were like, we don't want that sort of stuff here. How can people have access to this sort of information? It's irresponsible for us to tell adults what they can and can't listen to. Oh wait, that's what we're doing. But YouTube likes to, say, oh, you shouldn't be able to listen to this. Don't listen to that, right? So they'll
Retarded.
take it out. They'll be like, why? Well, because we don't like it, and it's our stuff. So no. It's like the issue is like people like YouTube, like corporations like YouTube, those companies, the Twitter and all these people, they have way too much power, man. Like
I
this is
mean,
unforeseen, right?
it is their
That's the issue.
platform though, right?
Yes, that's the issue. It's their platform. What I would like is for there to be competition. The issue is they have a monopoly on information, right?
Oh yeah,
Which is
YouTube's the number
dangerous.
one.
Which means there's no competition. and they help each other, right? So they created a monopoly. And monopolies, there's laws against monopolies, but apparently they're not strict enough because there's a shitload of fucking monopolies. Amazon is a monopoly.
For sure.
Who the fuck is competing with Jeff Bezos, right?
Right.
It's not happening, right? So they're monopolies, and so if you don't control that to some degree or another, then they're going to control the population, right? That's part of the dangerous thing about monopolies. Since nobody can compete with them, everybody starts to depend on them, and when you start to depend on a small group of people for information, they control what you can and can't listen to, and that's dangerous.
That
So
is
yeah.
pretty dangerous.
So how do you balance that with the First Amendment? How do you balance that with like freedom of speech? Like, are you going to tell them, oh no, you can't talk, you got to allow everyone
That's
to
the
talk?
debate. That's the real debate. Yeah.
That's the real debate. Yeah. Now there's some people like, the Alex Jones type, they'll bring up some shit about, no, but they're acting as a, what do you call this shit? As a publisher, right? So apparently you can't, or at least they claim. I have no idea if this is true or not. Maybe this is just bullshit, right? We are talking about the gay frogs dude, right?
Yeah.
So apparently you can't be a publisher and just an open forum at the same time, right? Like you got to be one or the other, because if you're both, then that's like apparently illegal or some shit. So if you regulate what people can and can't put, then you're a publisher and you're responsible for what they put, right? Because you're deciding what goes in and what goes out, just like the New York Times, right? Like they're responsible for the articles they put out. Well,
Right.
if Twitter is responsible for every tweet that goes out and they're publishers, then they're responsible by law for what people put and don't put, right?
Right.
But they're not held accountable. That's the theory. That's Alex Jones's theory and a bunch of other people's theories and shit. I don't know if it's true or not. And then there's people that are just saying like it's their business, they get to do it. And, but of course, typically it's people that they like the policy of Twitter, right? So like everybody likes it when they ban the guy that you don't want to listen to, the guy that you want to see get banned. Now, when they ban you or somebody that you know, when they ban your family member, you're not going to like that, right?
Right.
So you're cool with it until it starts to mess with you, right? Because when they're messing with the guy you don't like, everything's fine.
I mean, what do you think about fucking them banning Alex Jones like on the internet? You think that's fucked up?
I think it pretty much backfired, to be honest with you. I mean, everybody keeps talking about Alex Jones. Every time he goes on the Joe Rogan podcast, it's like the fucking the world breaks. There's like the fucking black hole appears in the center of the universe and shit. It's bigger than before, and now he's like appearing on all these other podcasts and shit.
But isn't that illegal though?
No.
Isn't that freedom of speech?
Isn't what freedom of speech? Like Alex Jones appearing on a podcast?
No, I mean, what did he get banned for? For the Sandy Rice stuff? Or
For
the Sandy Hook, whatever it was called?
The Sandy Hook stuff, they really went after him hard. I don't know if you noticed, but when Alex Jones got banned, it happened all at once, man. It was like first there was all these articles about the Sandy Hook stuff. And then after all those articles on the Sandy Hook stuff, he got banned on one account, then the other social media account, and the other one. It happened like all at once, like one day after another, right?
Oh, shit.
So they just all went after him at once. Do I think it's legal? I think it is. I mean, if it wasn't, then shit, he probably would have sued them and won in court. I mean, but like, what's legal and what should be legal, they're always two different things, man. There's a bunch of people doing time for like, having some weed on. It's like, really, dude? Should they be locked up because they wanted to smoke a joint? Like, fuck you.
Right.
So there's always that difference between what the law is and what the law should be. So that's an issue. The whole debate about like what should be and shouldn't be allowed on social media, right? Like that's a hard one, man. And the fact that it's a hard one means that it's gonna go right by people's ears, because people look at the most superficial shit. If you ever look at a comment section on Twitter, you'll hear like the original tweet, and then another guy that says something, and then the other guy that just fucking curses him out for no reason, and then it all goes downhill from there. Right, like one guy's like, "Hey, this is my picture with my dog." The other guy's like, "That's a cute dog." He's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Why are you lying? Why are you making shit up? That dog's not cute. Dog looks like shit, right? And then they just end up talking about like some fucking politics. Like it goes from talking about a dog, petting a dog or some shit, to like talking about some dude's grandmother. And then he says like, oh, your parents probably fucked, and they're cousins, and that's why you look like a fucking idiot or whatever. You know,
That's the internet.
it'll just spiral into ridiculous shit. So just people are just they think they go automatically based on feeling, man. Emotion is what makes people stay on the internet for long periods of time. If you're pissed off, you're gonna be in there for a long time going back and forth with some dude. And if you're not pissed off, if you're bored, you're gonna log off. So I would just say if you're bored. The last thing they want is for you to be bored. You're not gonna click on anything, you're not gonna watch any ads, you're not gonna do anything.
That's crazy.
Bruh, I know you're like, it's probably a grinder or something that you're using, right? It sounds like you're cocking a gun, though.
Cocking a gun?
Yeah, it sounds like you're about to like bust a cap in somebody's ass right now.
Oh no, I think those are my keys.
Oh, those are oh, okay. Yeah, you got all the keys.
Keys.
Major key alert. Man, I want to see that shit pull up like as an emergency on the phone eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like when they tell you like when there's like a warning somebody got kidnapped or some shit, it just like major key alert.
That would be so fucking annoying.
Amazing. That'd change everything. I think that's what the world needs right now is a major key alert.